This is a mic check. And the mic is working, but the audio isn't. No, it's enabled. That's weird. What am I doing wrong? It is on, I just turned it down. So I'll put that about there. Voices peeking in the yellows, but we're okay. So, welcome to Anno 1800. This is MrDragonfyr.
Game saved.
I am, thank you for that, computer. I am playing the open beta of Anno 1800. I have also played the alpha and the beta, the closed beta, and the closed alpha as well. So this is just seeing what we can do. I'm taking it nice and slow. I'm not going to rush anything. If anyone has any questions, feel free to post them in the chat on the YouTube thing. And yeah, I'll answer what I can.
I know where you live.
What's he doing sat there? I'd love to see him open fire on me, because as you can see I'm quite heavily armed. Well, my island is. These little front guns, the little like mini machine gun things or something, and these ones here, the range on these is massive. They have like a huge range, but they'd absolutely annihilate this ship. I don't know if we can force fire, can we? Trying to hold down buttons here. No. So I'm pretty sure there's a ship add-on you can get which lets you fire upon other people without being at war, which is pretty cool. Also, my ships have vanished, and I think there's one up here. Did I send him up here?
Ready for a challenge.
Oh, I did. Is that my... what the... what's he doing there? Oh, I was taking him to sell them.
Duty
How
done.
much is that going to give us for them?
Time for a kip.
11,000. Yeah, I'll do that.
All in Her
say the
Majesty's
word.
name.
But now, I came here to buy something.
The royal
Hello,
seal
Liz.
upon
What's
it.
all this? Rare item. Trade prices 15%. I don't really care about that. Self-repair 75%. That's pretty good. Self-repair 600%. You what? Krypton Town Hall. What's this do? Affects pubs and variety theatre. Maintenance cost plus 10%. Range plus 25%. That's pretty good.
Nuffington Hawkmoth, wounded at his own estate, it brings to light Her Majesty's very present vulnerability.
Yeah, whatever. But obviously nothing of use that I will find. Pocket watches, what? And I have everything else, so I don't need to trade anything from him. So, really, what the hell?
An empire covers both land and sea.
Oh, he wants me to buy the boat, does he?
Ready for a challenge.
8,500.
Bless Her
Yeah.
Majesty. She eats so...
I'm actually about to make ships anyway, so I'm quite okay with that. So we'll put this ships here. Right, so that's my two ships on the way. I'd love to know what he's doing sat there.
You can't escape duty. Believe me, we've all tried.
What? I'd love for him to open fire. I really would. He would literally get destroyed in seconds. Look at the firepower I've got here. It's just like, yeah. All of my ports on my island have full-on armaments, so... Let's see if we can make a ship yet. Yes, we can. Ship of the line. I think so. I'll put that's the point where it'll sail to. But I bet it'll take a while to make that. It's a huge ship, loads of guns on it. But very powerful. Let's see what my expeditions are doing.
Good captains respect the sea.
Yes.
Fear it.
Uncharted. I
We
didn't
can
send
hope
this
for
one, did
fair
I?
winds, nothing more.
Right, so let's do a stock check. So it's always good to do a stock check. We're looking for red arrows. If you see a red arrow, we're screwed. There we go. That one there, but it's on steel. So I use the steel at my own choice. If I want to use them, I'll do that. So we don't need to worry about that. It's not consumable. However, things like the bread. Now, if you look at that, it says stable +0. So we've got just the right amount coming in. And the grain and flour, so the grain is made by the big golden fields, which are gorgeous. Look at them there. That makes the grain. And then we have the windmills that make into the flour. I think they make the flour, don't they? Yeah, they do. Flour mill. So these windmills do that. I could have sworn it was spinning the other way before. Random. Yeah, so they make the flour, and then I've got little shops that make it into bread. But you can see I've got, loads in storage, so I'm fine with that. Sausages are quite low, but pigs are quite high, so let's put another sausage thingy-majig down. So we go to the meat option here, and we press on slaughterhouse. Now, I know that the citizens don't like the slaughterhouses, that's why all my stuff's over here. So what we'll do is I'll put him just here. Don't forget we have to join them up. And I want to loop this road round as well. Got a fire station there, that's good. Always have fire stations, because these things lose their shit if you don't. Put that there. Where they're positioned accounts for the production rate. So if I move them over here, you see the production percentage in the middle moving? It's because obviously they haven't got much land to use. But then if I move them over here, see you've still got the crop fields. And you see this grey line going round here? See that grey line? Yeah, like the vicinity of it. Vicinity, I think that's the word, I don't know. But either way, 100% there. 100, 93, so I'm going to put him at 100, just leave him there. We've got the fisheries, they're all working away, and as you can see, here is armoured as well. Some big cannons and a little machine gun, so that's good. Oh, what's this? Oh, these are my two other ships. Don't know why the hell I have them.
If I must be a good citizen,
No, not that one.
must
That
you.
one. Shut up. Yeah, that's just a little ship. Whoops, sorry. So let's put that there. I don't know what this. I don't know if is he stuck or it's bugged out or not. I don't know. Take a screenshot of him.
Screenshot taken.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Please don't leave your crate unattended, sir.
If I see another biscuit.
Try not to go overboard with building residential areas, but one thing to keep a note on is this part at the top. Now, this tells me how many of a certain tier level that I have. So I've got 580 farmers, I've got -12 workers, and then I've got 640 artisan, which is a lot more than I thought I had, but that's from these bigger houses here. So we need more middle tier or tier 2. So what we'll do is we'll have a look around. See, that looks like an okay area there. I want to keep stuff centralized, because things like this, the theatre, have a range on what they can affect. So I think about here would look good, this little area. So I'm going to select the upgrade tool. You can actually press on them. You can also press this button here, left click, or you can press the letter U on the keyboard for upgrade, and it upgrades it like so. Yeah, they'll get their food soon. Let's have a look. What they complain about sausages for? Yeah, it's still quite down. So I've still got more pigs in the thing. More pigs being produced here. Look at all these pig farms. So I'm going to put another sausage place down. Slaughterhouse. Let's put it about there. And I'm also going to upgrade that, because it's using a lot of, I mean, look at all this stuff it's going to do. It'll get confused, and these will go crazy, so... Then we go back to the upgrades, because we want to keep upgrading this area here. So, because, I mean, look at this here, the minus 50, that's because I've just put down the slaughterhouse. So if you look on the slaughterhouse there, you see maintenance costs. So it's minus 80 gold coins, and then it's minus 50 of workers. So obviously I'm down by 50. So what we'll do is we'll upgrade the lower tier of farmers, and we're going to press either this button here, or as I say, we can select the build and then press the letter U on the keyboard. Or we also have this here. So this one here is a lot, I prefer to use this one. Instead of just pressing it left click on one like that, we can actually select. So if I hold down my left mouse button, drag and release. You see? So when I'm doing 6 at a time, I prefer to keep it that way. And now you can see my farmers are going up. So +6, +7, that's good. We need to keep it like that. If you go into arrears on these, you're screwed. It will, like, you'll lose. It's just, don't do that. Let's see how long the ship has got. So you can see here, it's got 5 minutes left on the construction process. And this is a huge battleship. It's massive. Well, it's called Ship of the Line. I personally think they should call it Battleship, because it is a massive ship. And the level of guns it has on the side of it. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Why is he saying I know where you live? He sat right next to my port. Of course he knows where I live. I live here. I don't know. I don't know if he's stuck or what he's doing. Target place. See, that normally says that with a quest, so I'm not sure why it would say that. Just give me a second. I need to share my live stream on the Twitter. Really nice music as well, isn't it? I am here, I'm just typing, so bear with me. Let's just check if that tweet sent. Yes, it did. Hello to who are watching.
say.
Right, so I am here. I was just eating a biscuit. I mean, I was eating a slice of fruit because I'm on a diet. Totally wasn't eating a biscuit.
Prime and powder.
Oh dear. Iceberg. Okay, well we all know that didn't go well for a certain ship. It's mine, blah 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 blah, yeah, whatever. Bombard the icy prison, of course bombard it. The iceberg, what? Fights back. Though the way is almost clear, the relentless cannon fire seems to have woken the ogre below. And to the horror of the crew, the vast berg rolls slightly to one side. Great shards of ice detach and bounce over the deck, injuring your men. Quick action is needed. Yeah, well, I take my time reading that. Get out and push the ship free, or avoid. Let's do that one. Uphill struggle, yep. Okay.
I suppose she'll do.
Let's carry on. There we go. So that's still going. The idea is you get animals from these zoological expeditions, and we need animals because if you look here, I've got my whole city going on here. I've got a massive space on this part,
Ship constructed.
which is what I'm using. Sorry, I'm choking here. Which is what I'm going to use for my zoo. But in order to put the zoo down, we need animals. So I am out on expeditions trying to get animals. Saying that, I don't know if have we. Oh yeah, Uncharted Expedition. So I haven't even sent this one. Oh, that was it. It's because I've got all this stuff here, and I don't need it. Right, here we go. So we've got rations that we need. So the fish I know can be used as rations. What's it talking about? Why haven't I got fish? Where is it? Axum. Where is that ship? What?
You've been playing for 6 hours. already.
Technically I haven't, because I went
But your
shopping.
Empire will be fine without you for a moment or two.
Okay. The new world. Let's have a look here and see if this is where my ship is. There it is. What's it doing there? Assigned to expedition. Where? Right, so it's assigned to an expedition, but it's not actually doing anything. Okay, well, that sucks. Or is it a part of that one? No, that's the Endeavour.
Sextant time.
What the hell is it talking about? See if I can take this. Okay, yeah, great. So I give you all that, and all that. And I transfer the clothes over. No, I don't need that. So I need to tell this ship to go. This is my flagship.
Ready for orders.
I don't know what expedition you're talking about, so try it with you. I'm going to send him back home to the old world, please. Yep, that is correct. Okay, so that is on its way back. And I haven't began, yeah. I haven't begun to start with this yet. But I will. I'll come back to it. Because obviously I need to. So, let's go back here, see what we're doing. Right, so the ship of the line, here it is. Look at this beast. We'll enter postcard mode. Look at that. Yeah, I played with this ship in the alpha and in the beta, and it kicks ass. It is a really powerful ship. I think it was 2 or 3 of them running at the same time, and yeah, it just nothing stands a chance against them. But obviously, I mean, you can put specials in them, special items. See here, these 3 ones, item sockets, which we can add stuff. I don't think I actually have anything in my warehouse or anything. Do I? Trade union and trade union. See where it says in yellow, equipped in trade union? that means it can only be equipped in there. The trade union is this building here. And you see I've already got 3 items in there. A rare item and 2 uncommon items. But you also have this as well, which is your harbour master building. And this affects the buildings that have just lit up in blue. So I don't think I haven't got anything else. But I've got these 2 items in here. Self-repair and some other random thing. Reduce maintenance costs. But so we haven't got anything for the ship at the minute, but it's powerful as it is. It is a really cool ship. But we'll just keep him there for the minute because we don't really want to do anything.
You can't escape duty.
Whatever. Destroy frigate. Oh, 8 minutes. I don't know if I can get there in time. Let's have a look. Also, I've set my ship to here. See if it'll go. See what speed we're going at. Well, that's not a bad speed. But we'll send him up to try and attack that ship. Personally, I don't think we'll get there in time. 8 minutes. I mean, that's to destroy it, and then I don't know if you get extra time to take the item back. Because when you destroy it, it drops an item, and that item you take back to prove that you've destroyed it.
We have the devil to pay.
Okay. Let's see what this guy's doing.
Horrors.
Song of the Sea. Blah, blah, blah. Let's do that one. Obviously this is a YouTube video, so it'll be archived once it's done. So you can always go back and look at it. We're at 40% morale, so let's do that. I want some animals, so... I don't know where my ship is.
Line of battle.
I really don't think it's going to get here. 7 minutes? No, it's not going to catch it, I think. I mean, look at him, he's going out the map now. There's no way I'm going to catch him up, so I'm just going to turn my ship around and keep it at main base, like the main island. Where is it? Oh, it's down here.
On our way.
So I'll just keep my main frigate ship there. But we need to do these expeditions, like we really do. So let's just double check what ship we've got here.
A new commission.
So Towering Crest, which is a clipper. It has 1 special slot with nothing in it. And then these 4 cargo slots. So we'll get him over here. So you can see this little button here. This is the transfer menu. So once he gets over here, that'll light up. It'll light up any second. Which means we can start to transfer stuff. Now, that is needed for this quest, as far as I'm aware, the expedition. So we'll leave him there a second. Remember his name, Towering Crest. Press on the zoological expedition, and now basically you have to assign a ship. So, we want that one, which is our Towering Crest. Whoop. What have we got here? Crafting and medicine diplomacy. So medicine is likely, so we can put that on. And look at that, it boosts that right up. And what else we got? So we need hunting. So for hunting, where was it? There. Oh, that's naval power. We don't need that, do we? Let's see if we've got any hunting items. If you hover your mouse over the items, you see it says like crafting there. So say rations is the fish. This is extra rations. So watch what happens. When I press left click on here, watch this up here. So I press left click, and there you go, you see? So now sometimes it's better to have more on board. I think it'll slow the ship down, but still, I don't know how that affects it in expeditions or on expeditions. But either way, we're going to put that up, and you see this as well. So I'll just take them back out a second. You see this is morale of the ship. So 20 tons, fair enough. We're going to fill it up to 50, which is what it'll do. If you press it again, it'll just overflow into the next one. like so. So the ship can only hold 50 tons at the moment. We don't want to take that. So we need hunting and faith. Now we've still got 2 slots left, so we need faith. Where was faith, if I remember? I can't remember where it was before. There we go, bread. So I'm going to again put 50 tons of bread on board, like so. And now we need something for hunting, because I mean we're going looking for animals, so of course we're going to need some hunting items. I'm not sure what we can do though. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Flour. What? Extra rations will help keep your crew happy. Yeah, okay. I don't know why that goes down as hunting, but it's a +5. So let's have a look and see if there's anything else that it can take. Crafting, we don't need that. There we go. Clay, that's +10. So that's the better one so far. And again, we're looking for anything that has hunting. And then we can add there. So I'll have a look down here. Have a look at some of the other stuff I've got. The glass. Magnified glasses help spot the smaller leads. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. But still, glass is a hard thing to come by. So we need to keep a hold of that for the windows, because we do use windows in a lot of buildings. So we're just going to put the clay on. That's +10. It's the same as the other one. So we'll put that down, and you see that gets our 4th tick. So we'll just fill that up on clay. So there we go. So we've got the rations, which are in the form of the fish. We've got the hunting, which is in the form of the clay. We've got the faith, which is bread for some. I'm assuming that'll be like a bread and wine sort of thing, even though I'm not taking wine, but still. And then we've got medicine, which is this here, but that also gives 5 diplomacy. However, I'm wondering if we have anything better medicine-wise. There, look at that one, 20. I'm going to take this out, because we don't need diplomacy, and I'm going to give these ones, because the schnapps, I love that word, schnapps, ever since Penny said it on Big Bang Theory, schnapps. Yeah, schnapps, there we go, and that's 20, +20. Faith, the bread. I don't know if we've got anything else that gives better faith. Oh, there we go, we've got faith there. That's what we're using already. What's that? Naval power, steel, medicine, and that's it. What's that give just out of? Okay, so there we go. The ship's ready. We've got 4 green ticks. We're at 100% morale, and it is the Clipper ship, Towering Crest. So start expedition, and there you go. So left click to get deselected, because we don't accidentally send it somewhere. Because Anno 1404, you would do that and press the right click, and it would go and sit there if it's on a trade route. But you can see that that ship is now leaving. And that's going off on the expedition that we've just set it to do. So, goodbye ship. Have fun. Find us some cool animals. So that's what we need. We need the, what's that? Is that, where's the sun? Look at this. What's the little gold shiny bit there, the reflections? What? Okay, so this is a powerful ship. It is really good, and hopefully, if someone starts to attack me, I can show you what it can do.
From its voyage.
Okay, that would be the other voyage I did before. So we go to the notifications. Well, down here. What the? Wow, he's going fast. Oh, look at the wind. See, you can see the wind there. The little 3 icons, the 3 arrows, sorry, are pointing in which direction the wind's going. But it also does it on the mini-map down here. I'll just take it, man, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why they keep asking me for permission to take land. It's like, do what you want. Whatever. So, what you can see on the map here, you see the arrows there? So that's telling us which way the wind is blowing. By the way, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. I can see it. I'm using 3 screens here, so I could put my webcam on, but I can't be bothered. And I don't think people want to see my fat ass playing this game anyway, so let's just see. So it come back from its thing, but it didn't have anything. Brilliant. So I'll tell you what we'll do is I'm going to switch this item into my main big ship. You see, so that's now socketed in there, which is damage slowdown minus 40%. I'm assuming that means when the ship gets beyond, like, where it gets really bad damage, it'll take off the 40% from it. So if it goes down to, say, 60% health, it won't affect the speed until it goes below 60%. That's what I assume it means. Yeah, let's have a look. Shows under the reading game. So yeah, let's just delete these because we don't need to keep spamming it. We don't need to keep that there. Yeah, just put that ship over there. With this one, I don't even know what this one's doing. It's costing 15 credits to keep its upkeep, which isn't much in the grand scheme of things, but still. And I have got a shipyard, so I can build them if needed. So what we're going to do is we're going to destroy this ship. So the way you do that is you select it with your left. So, sorry, my phone's messaging. So what you do is left click on it. So see nothing selected, we left click on the ship, and then on your keyboard the delete key. We need to press that once. It comes up with that. Are you sure you wish to destroy it? Blah blah blah. Yep. So press confirm, and that's it, gone. Okay, so that saves us 15 credits or 15 gold coins. Yeah, so he is on a zoological expedition. Okay, I don't know where he is. I'm gonna have a look at him, but oh no, he's gone. So he's doing something. Let's have a look at this.
It's no mere superstition.
So we can see here that we're not getting either of a promising option. Let's have a look. Let's just go with this one. Faith. Oh, there we go.
To get back to the blue.
So we are only at 34%. So I'm going to send it again. I need these animals.
Don't come with doubts. Too many lie out there.
Basically, for the zoo... Oh, shut up. The zoo, which I'm going to be building here, I need animals, because we have to put animals in the zoo. What's this? Hang on a second, I just want to press something on YouTube. A live control room. Never seen this before. It does say new, so I'm just pressing it. Right, what? I'm already streaming. Yeah, okay, it's telling me to set up a stream, even though I'm already streaming. Yeah, okay, YouTube, brilliant. Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to be building a zoo here, but we can't do anything with the zoo until we get animals, which I don't have yet. This is a newspaper, so you press on that. Now, if you leave the newspaper and just go to publish, sometimes you get a rep bonus. I don't know what, hang on a second. So that button doesn't do anything. Okay, brilliant. So this is waiting approval. So what we're going to do is, we don't want to give canned food shortage. I wasn't even aware I was making them yet, but still. So I'm going to edit it. And then we look here, which one do we want? Let's just do that one. So yeah, +5. This is neutral, so you don't need to waste any credits on fixing it. Can if you want. Well, in fact, let's do it. So let's do consumerism. There we go. Total cost 55 credits, or whatever that is, of 154. That's fine. Go to publish. Sometimes if you don't do it... What the hell just happened there?
Then I'll send it out.
Yeah. See if it comes up with a woman. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it comes up with the female player, which we'll have a look on diplomacy now. And basically she says, oh, she doesn't like the fact you've edited it, blah blah blah, and say whatever.
An influence bonus.
Okay. Propaganda, 55. Let's have a look at that. Does it do anything? Invested influence is returned when the active newspaper effects end. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is all quite interesting. See what that one does. Newspaper effectiveness plus 5%. So that'll be what we've just earned. Military. So global effect that can be earned using plus 5%. That's not bad. So I just need to build more military items, I would assume. Culture. You'd think that that would be the theatre, or maybe it's the zoo. I don't know. Expansion, I'm assuming, is going to other islands. That's pretty cool. The roller button, because sometimes on websites you can use the roller button to skip between pages. That doesn't do anything on here. We've got a military at 46, which we looked at before. Defense buildings, yeah, because we've already got the big cannons set up. Big Betty, 14. What the hell's Big Betty? Okay. Unless that's these things. Oh, cannon tower. So what the hell's a Big Betty? Where's that? God knows. But yeah, anyway, let's have a look. So that ship's still there, that's good. We're not doing anything with it yet. What I need to do is take over. I want to take over this island down the bottom here. So, where this is my flagship. Let's put some stuff on it. So we're going to put some tools and stuff on. Well, the wood, which we need to create the island. Let's give it some bricks as well. Let's just do 30 tons of bricks, and we'll give it some fish. Give it plenty of fish. Oh look, fish is going down. Now I'm not sure if that's because of the expedition I've just sent out, but look, schnapps is going down as well. This is vital. This is important to keep an eye on these. So what we'll do is we'll fix them now, and we'll just put that ship on hold for a second. So what we're looking at, schnapps is going down, but potatoes are going up. So that means we don't need to put more potato farms down, which are these ones here. That one, that one, that one, and that one. So we don't need to bother doing that, because I mean, if you look, you have to keep these costs down. It's minus 20 gold coins, and I think that's per tick, so per month I would assume. Not that I've seen anything representing that. Now we've got an expedition. Expedition returns. Oh, what have we getting? What's that? Oh, jellyfish for the zoo. That's cool. Ox for the zoo. That's cool. And bison plus 20. That's pretty good. So that means I can go ahead with building the zoo, which we'll do shortly. Oh, shut up, man. So that's really cool. And I've also kept quite a few supplies on board as well. So we'll transfer them back over. So if you just... Oh, hello. Another message. Hang on, I'll have to answer that in a second. Left click once, and then left click again on the items repeatedly. And we'll just put that stuff back into the main island. Now, what I was saying about the schnapps, we need to get that going. So the potatoes was the main... that's what makes schnapps. But it's green, it's going up, so we don't need to worry about that. And you can also read there, trend increasing plus 2. I thought that was the game there. It's not. It's outside. Siren. Sorry. So it's plus 2. So we need to get. Where is it? We go back to the farmers, which is this tab down here, and then we go to schnapps, and we want another distillery. So we left click on that. Now I would recommend putting it somewhere close to these. However, I think I had some of these blowing up before, and it really sucks. So I'll just put that there anyway, see what happens. So we've got another distillery. Now the thing is, if you press on the build and left click, you can see here it's minus 40. So that's every tick. So you can see I've got a few of them laying around, and they will add up, and it all comes off your money up here, right? But you can also see the closest I've put it is right next to this warehouse. Look at that little yellow line there. That actually signifies that they're building the route. See that little cart he's going to and from? So he doesn't have far to go, he's literally one square. And if you press on other buildings, you see that this one here, for some reason, the potato farm is going all the way around here to this distillery, which isn't ideal. See, that one's going to that one. This one is going over there. So I'm going to move this distillery to here. And hopefully a potato farm. See, now I've shortened the route. So we've shortened this yellow line here, which is great for production. Delays cost money. We don't want to have anything that causes delay in our productions of potatoes. So, let's go back to the map. Now, I know I've said you have to put the distillery down because we need this to go up. It doesn't happen instantly. So don't think that that's going to change straight away. So it's at 184, 183 tons at the minute. That's not a problem. If it goes like below 75, then... The hell? Hang on. The hell's going on there? Oh, fire engines, police cars, everything. Probably be the old people swimming around the corner. They have like them emergency dangly things in the bathrooms and they're always pulling them. Obviously sometimes they are genuine, but a lot of the times they're not. So, we have the potatoes coming in regularly. The distillery is still decreasing -2, but we're not worried about that just yet. Again, if you have any questions, just post them in the chat. Thank you for the follow, BDG Spooky. Just noticed that, if you're one of the people watching. Right. Let's have a look. See, I built this massive frigate, and I've got nothing to do with it. It's just sat there. And it's costing me -250 credit. That's a lot. Especially as it's not doing anything. But I'm not going to destroy it because it's good to have. So, let's have a look. So, we've got the zoo. That's the next thing we want to do. I want to move these buildings first. So, instead of destroying them, what you would normally do in a game, we just want to move them. So, you press left click once, then left click again, hold down, and move it. So, the reason I'm moving these ones is because I need to make 4 spaces for the 4 buildings we've got on the other one, the other side. So I'll move them over there, keep them in line with what's already there. Then get this one, left click on it, then left click again, drag and drop. That's it, and do the same for this one. And we're going to do it for all 4 of them, so 2 left. A little side note, once I left click on it, I mean, I've actually got my thumb on my push to talk button, which is on my mouse. But the mouse is wireless, so it all works perfectly. But yeah, anyway, to the point. When you left click on it once, it selects the building. Then you left click on it again, and then you drag it around like so, and your left mouse button still held down. Now, if you've got a mouse that can handle multiple clicks, I forget the name for it, you can use your right mouse button to drag the screen, keeping the left button held down. And you can see I can drag it around and go where I want, but I want to put it right there. Okay, so now we've got space. Now, as I said, this space is going to be for the zoo, and I want it to look wicked. So we'll go to Artisan. That's the construction tab there. Now we look for zoo. There it is. Left click once. And now we're going to place the zoo somewhere. So, using the arrow keys, not the main arrow keys on the keyboard. If you look at the letter M for Mike, there's 2 little greater than and less than arrows. So we can use them to rotate the building. Like so. I want these elephant things at the front. They've added that as well because it wasn't in the closed beta before. But yeah, we'll put that there, I think. Should we put it there? Yeah, let's put it there. And now, if we press on this, it tells me I've got animals. So we have a look. Where the hell are the animals? Okay, what? Let's try and have a look in here. Unless it's still on the ship. That's not, what the hell? Where's the animals gone? Unless this has been capped. Because in the open beta, they capped it so you couldn't reach certain tiers. Track these thieves down. 10% chance. Avoid. Let's go for 10%. Why not? Okay, cool. Look for a ford to cross on foot.
How about a par umbrella for rain or shine? Goodness knows I could use such a thing.
I don't know where that voice is coming from. In the game, not in my head. That's the levels of help. Come on. Yep. Great. You can always pause this and go back to it if you wish. Okay, so we've still got 100% morale. Now it's dropped down to 90. I'm just going to press this. Provide extra rations and continue. Keeping in mind we had 50 tons of bread, which we started with. We're not going to run out of that, so just press that. And then the expedition carries on. Now, we need to figure out how to get these animals into the zoo. So if we press on that, discover from the zoo management. See, left click on them does nothing. Left click on that does nothing. I mean, it might be capped. I hope it isn't. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Let's have a look in the warehouse. There they are. So, if I left click on that. Endeavour, Clipper. No, I need it to go into the zoo. Maybe if we left click on it and drag them in. No, it didn't do anything, did it? Okay. How do I get it in the zoo? Oh, hang on a second. What?
Flagship awaiting instructions.
No, they are on there, so... Tell you what, let's try the other way. Let's put a pen down. There we go. So that's how you do it. I have done this before, by the way. Yeah, so you press on this button here, which gives you an empty compound. Now, keeping in mind we got 3 animals from the expedition that we just did. So we left-click once, and then I'll put it there. I want to try and keep it symmetrical, because I have OCDs. So, hang on, what is that? That's... Of course it's 4. You see here, look at the squares, the grid references around it. It's telling me it's 4 in width. So where should we put this one? Let's go for there. I don't think these... Do they cost anything? 500? I don't know if they cost anything to upkeep. No, they don't. So what we can do is, once we've placed them items down, we can then place the animals into it that we've just gotten from the expedition. Left click on that, and here we go. So let's choose the jellyfish. There we go. You see what happened there? And there, the jellyfish. Okay. Thank you for the 8,000 coins. Which reminds me, we just need to check the diplomacy, because these people go nuts if you don't keep them happy. So that, yeah, since I've just...
Maybe I'll give part to me urchins.
Yeah, great. Let's see what you're doing. Let's flatter.
It is a pretty picture.
Whatever. Okay, so we need to get the second zoo part ready. So again, we've already placed it down, so we left click once, press on the plus sign, and there we go. So we've got the ox and we've got the bison. Bison sound cool. So when I press on bison, watch what happens here. And look at that. And the bison are invisible. Oh no, there it is. Oh, there's 2 of them, 3 of them. Yay, bison. Okay, so that's cool. And the people are walking around on these miniature paths. But I'm not sure if we can get them to walk on this path or not. They don't seem to be bothered by it, do they? But still, aesthetically, I would rather have a nice path there. And then we've got this other last one here, which is for the ox. So the ox one looks very similar to the bison one. It's probably the same.
You get used to the rowdy ones.
And then again 3. I wonder if we can move these. Yes, we can. Cool. So you can move them, and you can also press the. Oh, for the love of God! Oh my God! What? I've got fire stations all over the place. 2 seconds. Let me mobilize these. Press on the fire station. Press mobilize. And there's already one on the way. Where's all the fire stations? Don't tell me I built all this for no fire. Oh, there we go. Cue dramatic music. Yeah, you can hold on with your zoom, mate. So you can see it's not cheating, but it's just laying down some paths so it speeds up the fire response crews, aka firemen. And maybe fire ladies. I don't know, is it PC to call them firemen? Or fire personnel? Fire crew? I don't know. But yeah, that was a pretty wild fire. But you can see everything's fine. There's no damage to the buildings, not from what I can see. You can also see here, fire intensity 2, 1, gone. And then if we do on that one as well, it also shows you there. Look at it, see it go down? I love the dramatic music. Like, oh no. Shock horror. 11%, 10%. The fire is out. There is some small damage to this building, but I don't think that matters.
The fire has been vanquished.
There we go. So that's the fire done. I think it probably will just repair itself.
What's turn to fact?
Maybe, I don't know. Don't really care. This is the peasant houses. They can just sit there and do whatever they want. Oh, that one's doing a bit of damage, isn't it? Is it going down or up? I could have sworn I just saw that move. Guess not. Oh, oh, there it is. I just saw it go up. So it is fixing itself. Great. I'm a bit annoyed. Well, not annoyed. I'm a bit puzzled because we've got this fire station there. And we had the other fire station over this way. There was a fire station right next to them. So what are they flipping out for? There's a fire station there. There's one there. There's one there. I mean, is it worth putting one up here? It's got to be like a few houses. But you can see when I click on it, it's in range because it's still lit up on these. That's another thing the game does, is it tells you what's linked to whatever. So, say that house there, it's barely linked to that. You see it's faded, but up here it's a stronger outline. That's a stronger outline there because we're closer. And it's the same with all buildings for all items. See, this is the theatre. I don't know if that... What's it doing on the theatre? Yeah, there we go. So the theatre is only the first initial houses near it. See, look, it's still lit up there. I'm trying to press further away. Still lit up. Still lit up. Oh, hang on. Oh, see it dimmed there, so watch this. See, it's like lit up to like yellow, but then if we dim there, press it, it dims. So that's like less range. But they're still in the captive area. Yeah, that one changed as well, it went yellow. But you can see, once I've selected one of the buildings, that the other buildings near it, the fire stations, that's got 2 that are in range. We've also got a school here, which is right outside, so therefore that's highlighted as well. And I thought it did it with pubs and stuff as well, but I must be mistaken. Oh no, see it's lit up there. Yeah, so that house there goes to that market, but it should go to that one. Okay, that has access to all of them. Fair enough. But yeah, we're still doing okay. We're still in profit of money. By the way, if you ever go into arrears of money, that's bad. Don't do that. Like, pay attention to what happens as soon as you can. And again, they're not really using this path, are they? Okay, in that case, I'll get rid of the path. And I'm going to bring these closer in. See, I know the developers have done this deliberately, but all different sizes, even the, yeah, look, this one, where was it? Before, here it is. This harbour here, this dock, the doorway doesn't line up with either one of the squares, so I put 2 squares down there just to make it look cool, and my OCD goes crazy with it. But I mean, look, they're not even walking on the damn path. None of them are. They're all walking on the edges. Well, they're walking around there because I've put that there deliberately. But they're what are they carrying there? That's a big box for 2 guys to be carrying. What's in it? We can't click on it. Where are they going? Okay. I'd love to know where they're going. Yeah, okay. But yeah, you see what I mean? It's not centered. Well, I wish it was, but it's not. Same thing's been done here. So what I'm trying to do is figure out a way to get these looking decent. And there we go. I'll just do that, and then once I get the other one, I'll do that, and I'm just going to put a path down the middle. Nothing left to put in there. That's still cool though. Apart from this guy here looks a little bit lost. Yeah, the guy in the middle doesn't seem to have a clue what he's doing. I think you should... Oh, no, there he goes. Come on, you can do it. Whatever you're about to do. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so they've made the game pretty realistic then, as far as construction workers go. Okay, so there is the bison. Is it the bison? No, it's the ox. So where the hell are the bison? Bison are over there. Sorry, I'm not... Yeah. So these are the ox. We've got 3 of them walking around. That's great. I love the detail. Look at the detail. Even that little person just sat there, doing his own thing. And the jellyfish. Let's see if we can go a bit closer. That did not go closer. For some reason, I can't maneuver the camera. That's weird. Okay, so yeah, but anyway, you can see the jellyfish. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the zoo helps with helping your city. So, oh look, it's got the little elephants on here at the front. That's cool. So I'm going to put a path down here. Now, another thing I'll just tell you about, which I haven't mentioned yet, is these buttons here. These are like your hotbars. These are the buttons you can customize. So what I do is I put the farmers' houses in there, which is what every resident starts at. Then you've got a small warehouse, because you do use them quite a bit. And then I've got, you see on the left side, I've got the dirt road, and I've got the paved street there. Paved street, sorry. If I want to get rid of it, I left click on it and just drag it out and release. And it doesn't get rid of it. Brilliant. So, but anyway, what you do is you come in, you see this here. Basically, you can put anything in there. Say if I want to put a plant in there. I'll hold down my left mouse button and drop it into there. There we go. And you can see it sat there nicely. That's all I've done with these. I've put the paved street in there and the dirt track for people. For myself. Right, so we've got this nice little paved area here. What can we do? See what we've got. I'm pretty sure I've got like some fountains and whatnot. Here we go. A fountain. So let's put that there. And then that one. Let's have it symmetrical. And have that there. Should we put a newsstand inside of here? I suppose it's good to know if the animals are going crazy. Yeah, newsstand. We'll put some garden benches. And also, where is it? Oh, a garden. I'll actually put a garden in there as well. What should we do? Well. Okay, that's brilliant. You see the people are starting to come in there. What I wanted to do before is raise these houses up, which I'll just quickly do now. Because this is what they see when they come in. Oh, I've just getting more buildings unlocked. Yay. Right, I want to see what it just gave me. Ooh, so we've now got a hospital and fur coats, which construction only in the New World. So see, that means basically New World. Hi, Reese. We have to go into the New World, which is down here, the map, and then we go in. And well, I'll show you it now. So press on the left mouse button and then press the New World. And that takes us to this new area, which is where we will, once we get this level of civilization up, we will start to build these items and produce them. Then we will set up a trading route, which is down here. And we will tell a ship to bring that stuff over to this island. Now, the ships do seem pretty slow, so that may require 1 or 2 ships. But we'll figure that out when we get there. Right, so I wanted something in here. So let's put a couple of nice trees there. A trembling aspen. Sounds interesting. So we'll put that there. And I just want a bit of grass for the next one. So that's in the farmer's menu.
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Yeah, brilliant. And we'll paste the grass there. And what I said about the newspaper. Now this is good. So we've got +5, -5, but it's green. Oh, it's -5% on riot. That's good. And happiness +5. So these are green, so we don't need to spend anything. So I'm just going to publish it.
Uncompromising?
You lost an influence bonus.
I have what? With what? Why did it do that? Oh, right. It's because I didn't set it to the propaganda one, which I had on the other one. I wonder if we press on this left, right click. Let's have a look. Yeah, I have. I've lost it. So there was this thing here. Newspaper effectiveness by 5%. 10%, 15. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you have to keep obviously setting that within the newspaper. So it isn't just a one-off. You set it, you get it. You have to keep maintaining that level, which we will remember for the next time. So as I say, this is the zoo. We've got 3 attractions so far, and we've also got the 4th one, which we can add whenever. This is a customized one, as in you can add as many of them as you want, just add them around. But we don't need to, so hang on, get off, there we go. So you can see I've set up this little area here, not that they're using it. Come on, man. They don't seem to be bothered by this little park area, apart from one guy just walking through a building there. Where did he go? What? There was a guy who just walked through a building. Strange. But yeah. So let's see, what else can we do? Let's see what my expeditions are doing.
Be the star to steer us.
Okay. Right. Shadow the kidnappers back to the hideout with a rifts. Plus 20% chance on working. This one, naval power. I don't think I equipped anything for naval power. Ignore the bandits and go. Oh, whatever. Let's do that one. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, there's a brute. Let's fight him. Okay.
I can't make any promises.
You can see we're only at 47% morale, so so do I, Reese. So we're going to send it off again on another expedition, because the ship's still out there. It is our flagship, but it's cool. Why is this guy still talking? What's he doing? Ah, right, it's mouse over effect.
She said fair enough.
Right, okay. Right, so there we go. So the ship has gone off again to do whatever. There's also probably about a 12 to 15 second delay on the stream. So Reese, if you say anything or anyone else says anything, just keep in mind that I may seem a bit delayed talking to you. But I will. As I say, I'm running 3 screens here, so I can see everything that's going on. Right, so we've still got a massive battleship. Oh, by the way, Reese, this is the ship of the line. This is the biggest ship that you can build, I'm aware of, at the minute. But it absolutely kicks ass. It's a wicked ship. And this is my defense system I've got set up. These there's big cannons and then little machine gun cannon things. Then we've got the public mourning. I can't pronounce. Oh shit! What have I just pressed there? Oh crap! No, stay there. Come back. I forgot to deselect them. So we've got this here, public mooring. There we go. Because mourning is what you do in the morning, or when you weep for someone's death or something. I'll just shut up talking now. Right. Let's see what we've got going on here. That's all working. So remember what I said about how we'll keep checking stock levels. Had problem managing resources. Any tips? The only thing I would say is what I was just about to say there is, well, I don't know about the resources because I've only ever, the resources I've got are flowing in perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, as long as you've got your warehouse there, which you can upgrade if you want, but that doesn't seem to be struggling with demand. You've got your fire station, so that's, there is a very long delay. Yeah, there is, Reese. You've got your fire, and yeah, it's a nice ship. You've got your fire station, which you have to put down next to everything, so that's all okay. You've got nothing going in there. As far as resources go for the peoples, the little minion people, whatever they are, or Sims, press on your warehouse, and then make sure goods are selected. And then if you look here, these, this is how you tell. Basically, the arrow that's grayed out or whatever, pointing to the right, that means it's a stable income of items, yeah, coming in. If it's green pointing up, like that one, the fish, that means we've got, we can see there where it says trend increasing +2. So we've got a good amount of fish coming in. I've only actually got 4 fisheries, but they're on the other side of the island. You don't have to place them all. There's 5 there, sorry. You don't have to place them all next to your main island over there, the main docking area. I prefer not to anyway. It keeps them out of the way, and you can see I've also got defences here to protect them. But again, there's 5 fisheries, and they are giving me more than I need, which is fair enough, and it's not costing that much to keep them. In fact, I think if I took it down to 4, it went below demand, so keeping it there is good. But yeah, as long as you don't have any red arrows. If it's red, see if we can get something that is. No, we haven't got anything. Like say if I start building loads of houses, then this will turn red and it'll go down. But it's not a consumable. It's a consumable is things like the fish, the potatoes, the schnapps, stuff like that. Work clothes. That in the alpha there was problems with that like crazy. But they seem to have ironed that out, which is good. Thank you, Blue Byte. Blue Byte, the company that make the game and supply it to Ubisoft. And what was that other one I was talking about? Were you, Reese? Epic Games. Yeah, they've licensed it to them as well. But yeah, you see the arrows are green ticks. These ones are okay, stable at 0, plus 0. So we don't have too much, we don't have too little. That's keeping the resources of that perfectly fine. Schnapps is going up, that's plus 3. That can be a little too much, but it's not in the negative. And if you look up here, I'm in the in profit, so I don't really need to worry about it unless I want to squeeze everything out of that. But yeah, why is that ship sat there? Okay, Endeavour, great. And that one's also got this, so, oh, for God's sake. Right, press that, left click, and take all that out. We can't, because we're full up on space here. So what you can do is, if you look over here, you see I've got these 2 areas, there's actually 3. There's the 2, or the 4 main warehouses there, but then there's also this area here. This is classed as 1 as well. What's he doing? Oh. This man is seriously ill. Okay, well, I've got medicine, haven't I? Let's just do that one. Okay. Our morale is at 48%, which is still alright. Yeah, okay, mint. We'll do that. We'll just tell them to carry on. As I was saying, storage. So this is actually classed as an area as well. And I'll show you what I mean. Is if we go to workers, then we go to the harbour buildings, and then here, depot. So we left click on that. And then again, what I'm saying, the keys, the greater than and less than, which are to the right hand side of the M key on your keyboard, M for mic. You can rotate it by pressing them arrows. Like so. And then once you find a nice place to put it, which I think I'll put mine there. I'm going to put another one down here. So now my storage will go up. A little hole there. Let's just get some key wall, whatever, and fill that up. Also, if you see, I've got the wall. I've also put it in my hotbar because you do use it a lot, so it's nice just to have it there. You can also have an extra menu here, which I didn't talk about. I don't know if I talked about in my last video, but if you right-click anywhere on the screen, you get this little thing that comes up. Now, you can right-click anywhere on your screen, and that will appear like so. Right, but I think the idea is say if I'm building loads of stuff, I can press it, say, here, then I press on this little padlock, which locks it, so that's there. So now no matter if I right click or anything, nothing happens, it doesn't move, it stays there, which is great. So, but it works the same as the hotbar. So say if I want my path to be there, I would go into the workers menu, and then I'd press on the path or paved street. I would hold down my left mouse button, drag it and drop it into one of the slots. You see? So now that's there. It's just a shortcut menu. I mean, the menu is here if you want to use that, but there's also there as well. Farmer's Residence obviously being one of the biggest ones we use. Personally, I would say that the paved street is probably more used than anything else. As you can see, it's all over the place here. And it is good to have that as well because it means stuff speeds up. But we've also got copy, demolish, which again is down here. We've got the sawmill, which, yeah, again, you only need a couple of them at the start, so you don't really need these ones here. See what she's doing. Blah, blah, blah. Quest. +5 rep. Yep, we'll have that.
Don't you go letting all
What does she want? Okay, right. Pick up the lighthouse, none of your business. Alright, so it's basically a speed one. So I'm going to take my main ship, and we can transfer the transfer the stuff over now because I made extra space.
Game saved.
And that's just left clicking. Left click on the items and it goes into the main harbour, which is here. That's your ship, that's your harbour. That is my character, that little royal looking guy there. And I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to turn this little right menu off because I don't use it. So, just like that. And then I'm going to select this, my flagship, and we're going to send it. So if you hover your mouse over here, see what happens. Hover your mouse over it and look at the mini-map down here. Watch around the center area. Ready? There. You see that? So that's telling us to go there. So hang on. I see the question just came up. I've still got the ship selected. So where is it? So it's the lighthouse. So it's there. So now I'm going to put my ship there. The to Spyro Sambanis, sorry if I can't pronounce your name properly. Is it good to keep that much surplus of workers, etc., or just put them all to work? I mean, as far as the surplus of workers go, if we go back to the island here, we can see here, this is another thing that you should keep an eye on. These 3 boxes, and I'm assuming they might go up if we go up another tier, I'm not sure. But it tells us how many we've got. Always keep this in plus figures. So farmers is just simply laying down more first tier housing, these ones. And then we've got the workers, which is these buildings but upgraded, which is what I talked about before. I can go through that again if you want. And that upgrades it to these type of houses here. And that's our workers. So we've got plus 79. So let's just do that, just to show you what I mean. I mean, obviously you probably know how to do this anyway. And I want to put them here. Keep this area here. Yeah, brilliant. Alright, that's because my ship's getting there already. Cool. Oh, hang on. No, it's something else. Whatever. So, these houses here. So, if you keep your eye on this here, the workforce. Now, watch the workforce. You see it went up 10, but did you also see on the farmers that went down? So I'll do it again on this house. Watch the farmers one. You see it went down? So it's obviously we're shifting the workforce over. So as long as you keep these in plus figures, it's alright. And obviously if I press on one of these again, then the workforce one will go down 10 or whatever it is, and that will go up 10. So if we'll just do that on this house here, you see? So that was more like 20, wasn't it? But yeah, it's good. That's how I manage my workforce, if that's what you meant. But yeah, don't advance them all to the next level straight away because it'll just cause problems. You have to keep these numbers in plus figures. And also, just a side note, is that each person, each level does different tasks. So whereas I've got, say, I don't know, a clay pit, that'll be tier 2, so that might be the workers. If we press on it, see what it does. Right, let's have a look. Workers, yeah, so it is workers. Yeah, so that's workers. So we need tier 2 people in there. We've got plus 95, plus 96. It's going up because of the other houses I've just progressed. But it'll keep going up and down, whatever. But keep an eye on that. That's important, really important. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see, what's this about? So I'm assuming she's given me something. Yes, she has. So this is a pickup quest. So I've got this here, which is a quest item, 10 of whatever they are. None of your business. Okay, great. Hover a mouse over. Now you see on the mini-map at the bottom left, look at the left-hand side, the west side of that map. See that little thing flashing? So we can go over there with the left mouse button, and it's a ship. So we've already got my ship selected, and we just press it there. And now he's on his way. And again, I mean, you've got this little button here you can press, and it'll go back to the ship in question, like so. Or you can just wait or whatever. Personally, once I've sent them to do their own thing, I just get on with what I'm doing. And he'll do that in his own time. Right, let's just read this.
Game save.
The catch is with making more factories, and it's kind of like a contradiction here. If you make more factories, then you have obviously a cost to keep them running. So if I press on the sale one here, see here we've got a minus 75. So that's costing me minus 75 per tick, I'm assuming month, to keep running. So fair enough, I'm keeping my level of people working in there, which is great, but it's costing me to have that. Now, if I keep these numbers in the positives here, then the workers, I'd assume, are working. And as far as personal employment goes, it doesn't really matter. They're just doing their own thing anyway. We've got 20 out of 20 people living there, which is great. And I'm assuming this is the plus over. So I've got 440 more farmers than I need, 107 workers, and 739 artisans. Now, obviously, the higher the tier, the more money they bring in, which is great, which is what we all want. However, that has a negative impact on the amount of stuff you need to supply.
Pamphlets, pickets, healthy, honest protest.
Shut up.
Some silver
So,
spoon stiffs wanted to know.
yeah, okay. So obviously that causes a problem because the more people we have, the greater demand there is. So if I go back to say this, the fisheries. So I've got 5 fisheries running now. So say if I had half of them numbers, then I'd only require maybe 2 or 3 fisheries. But if we press on the fishery, we can see it's costing me minus 40 every month, which is it's over. But I mean, it depends how ambitious you are. Because obviously, I mean, you could fill this whole map with houses if you want, but your demand is going to go through the roof, and you're going to be sat here for hours trying to find out the ratio. But one of the other videos I did on Anno 1404 is I recommend, and this is something I do because if you go into arrears on Anno 1404 by 10,000 credits, then you lose the game. It doesn't matter if you're playing a continuous game, you just mind your own business, doing your own thing. There's no win guidelines set. It's a default by the game's design, and you will drop to drop under 10,000, and then that's it. The game's over. This game, I don't know. In the alpha, I had some problems getting the cache going. But I think that was mainly just the alpha phase, the alpha testing, and then the beta testing. But you can see up here, I've got 821. So back to the original point I said, is what I used to do, and I probably will do it in this game as well, is because I don't want to go into arrears. I don't want the game to finish, especially if I've spent all this time doing all this, and then for the game to finish just because one item goes out of stock, which can happen. So what I do is I always keep this in the positive. No matter what I'm doing, that has to stay plus. And then one day what I'll do is I'll speed the game up, but I'll keep an eye on this figure here. If it drops below 821, then I'll obviously slow it back down again. And then what I would do, whilst it's sped up, is I'd press on a warehouse and I'd watch the levels here. I mean, look at this. They're going up greatly, which is good. I mean, that obviously has a hit-back effect where, yeah, fair enough, I've got fish going in greatly, which I don't need. So it means I could probably get rid of one of them fisheries. Go here. So I could probably do one of them, get rid of one of them fisheries I've got, which would save me money. However, that might drop, and then I'm screwed, and you'd lose the game. So the idea of what I'm saying is you speed the game up when you're in plus figures, and then you basically let it build up. So you've always got a huge amount of cash left. The thing is, I've been out shopping today, which is the idea of this video. I started Anno off, and I just let it go whilst I was out. And it's gone up to 380,000. I've been hovering around that since I came back to the game a good 2 or 3 hours ago. Just bear with me, I need a drink. Yeah, so I let that go up when I was out. I was in plus figures, the city didn't destroy itself, which can happen. But yeah, everything's fine, and now I've got a buffer. That's the way I look at this. I've got 380,000 in gold coins. I can purchase other buildings if I wish, but I'll always have this buffer here. So when I'm speeding the game up and whatnot, or when I'm just playing like I am now, I can press on the warehouse, then I can see if there's anything that is going into minus or anything that needs mending. I mean, look at this here. Say we've got the grain, which is plus, that's good, it's going up, +1. We've got the flour, which is also +1, which is great, and then we've got the bread, which is +0. So it's stable, but if I start to build more houses, as what you were saying before, Spyrus, then obviously the demand will go up. This could drop in a negative, and I'd have to change my entire production chain just to make them happy again. So the numbers, you can keep that going up to whatever figure. You could have it set at 100,000 credits coming in, but your demand on goods is going to be huge, and you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. So the way I do it, and the way I do it with the other Anno games I play, is I gradually build the city up. Yeah, you can upgrade this entire section if you want, but if you do, it's going to have a knock-on effect to your farmer workforce, then your worker workforce, your demand's going to go through the roof, and the game will be over before you know it. So gradually do it, and gradually keep them all centered as well for buildings like hospitals and schools, which have a range dependency. Fuck me, I need to stop talking for a minute. Again, anyone has any questions, set yourself away, and I will do my best to answer them. And sorry, Reese, I've just seen your Twitter message, mate. Yep, if anyone has any questions, set yourself aware and I'll do my best to answer them. So this quest here, so I'll see what my boat's doing. Where is it? Oh, it is there.
Flagship awaiting instructions.
So, hang on. Why isn't it delivered it? That's strange. That's odd.
Steersman.
So what I'm going to do is just send this ship out of range for a second, because something doesn't seem to be working here. Yeah, I know, Reese. Okay. So for some reason the quest hasn't done anything. We'll have a look at it in a second. But obviously I'm new to these quests, so let's see if that works. So I might just try resetting it by coming back into the vicinity. Let's see what it does.
I heard a whisper you took.
There you go. So that's what you need to do. So press on that. There you go. Quest done. So you see what had happened was, basically, since it came up before, I think I may have pressed the cross because she was asking a quest or something, but in fact it was a part of this quest. So what I did was I pulled the ship out of range, which if you press on the ship, it mainly shows it on warships, but they have a circle that goes around them, and that's the radius of effect. So what I did is pull it out and then sent it back in, and it reset the quest criteria in order for me to complete it. So bear that in mind, folks, if it does that. And I've got my ship selected. I'm going to send it back. I see the other question, just bear with me a second. And then I'll just send my ship back to there, and that's where it's going to go. Yes, you can attack other islands. Through the diplomacy thing here, if I wanted to really annoy someone, say this, we're nearly at war with her, but we're at peace, and I'm quite happy to keep it that way, because war, I'll explain something in a second, it is really big in this game, which I've tried a little bit of, but it is it gets quite complicated. But basically this is diplomacy. So I've got 2 other players there that I have to keep happy. If I don't keep them happy, they'll probably declare war on me automatically. So what we can do is press on the left mouse button, and we see we've got these medium, high, chances of success, insult, and then offer gift, likely 7,000. So I'm going to offer a gift just to see if I can get some reputation up.
Mr. Bleak, maybe I'll give
There you go,
Clark
+2.
some options.
So she's happy with that, +2. Which is great. I'm the sort of person who I would go for global domination once I have a really good game going. But a couple of things. One, the reason I build these warehouses is for the same reason as I said about the money buffer. You need to have good stock levels. So you can see here I've got 500 tons of timber, 459 of fish, 395 of potatoes, etc, etc. So if anything does go tits up, I have got a buffer zone before they go down. However, these can go down dramatically quick if you're not paying attention. And if they do, you get a riot, you get all shit goes crazy, like the citizens go batshit crazy and they start attacking things and rioting, then you've got to put a police force in, all that, firing, like fire stations and all that, carry on, I was going to say fire engines there, which is an absolute nightmare. So, the difference is, compared to other Anno games, what Blue Byte have done is they've made this affect your city. So if you start having people attacking your city, say if I didn't have any of the defenses here, these are the defenses, by the way. So this is like the bigger gun, which is the range on these is spectacular. It goes a long way. Then you've got my little machine gun things in front of it for closer encounters. But I've got loads of them sat here on the off chance I get attacked. They go around my island on the other 3 sides that I've got, the other 2 sides, sorry, that I've got open. But what happens is, in war, if you look up here, this one here, Curious City, this is my city. If we left click on that, and it brings this up.
Now to see if the
So
journey
now,
was worth it.
yeah, brilliant, nice. Right, so you can see here, culture, 152, nature, 189, festivity, that's for when they do their little festivity things, which is great. Vulgarity, I can't say that word. Pollution, instability. Basically, when you enter into war, it degrades the happiness of your people. So they naturally start to get freaked out, and it can be a problem. So having good defenses is good for that. What? Yeah, so see, she's just minused the reputation because she felt like it. That's the AI of the computer game, just let them get on with it. But yeah, so it works the same principle as the fire stations. So if there's a fire, I can left click on that and a button comes up here where I can mobilize them to give like an additional unit to go out and help fight the fires. Now, fires do happen, so put your fire stations down. Don't try and skimp on the cost. It's only 25 credits, but you can see I've got them plastered all around my map because I don't want any problems occurring from fires. They're all over, especially near your factories as well, because if you get a factory chain problem, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. But yeah, basically, if you don't keep your citizens happy, then the volunteer fire brigade won't be mobilizable, if that's a word. You can't mobilize them because your citizens are too unhappy. So the same works with war. If you go into a war state or state of war with another player or with the computer, then the AI, sorry, then it obviously can degrade the happiness of your people. Therefore, it affects like them working conditions. It can really screw your city up. So say if I didn't bother putting any cannons down here and some ships came in and decided to attack me and take over my island, which they can do, as far as I'm aware, this is what I read on one of the other sites or something, this is the way Blue Byte intend for it to do it, is if you conquer an island, you have 2 options. 1, you can take over that island and it can be yours, or 2, you can have a percentage cut of what the player produces. So whereas this player would be like my player would be producing wheat crops, all that stuff, and I could sell it off, whatever, I would be entitled, if I conquered it, to get a percentage cut. So that's one of the two routes you can take. Don't quote me on that. That was just something I read God knows when. I think I read it in the alpha testing phase. But yeah, Reese, multiplayer. It does have multiplayer, and it is on the main menu. In fact, I can show you now. Just 2 seconds. Just save it. So title screen, here we go, multiplayer. Quick join, host new game. So this will obviously be where you can make games and play with friends, which I did actually ask Blue Byte about, and Ubi, I think it was, told me, one of the guys that works for them, he does like media relations, it was either him or Anno English, which is a good page to follow if you're on Twitter, and they said that it's something they will be bringing in the game. So I haven't done it yet. I've been too busy doing the tutorials and whatnot. But yeah, you can do stuff multiplayer in the game.
Game saved.
So yeah, hope that answers that question for you. Again, new people joining, if there's anything you're curious about or would like to see, just say and I'll go to it. I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you may have. You can see it here as well, look, my expedition, I've got a 1 number next to it. Yeah, it is really good. And just another side note, you see here on the mini-map, we've got all the different players. So there's 2 players in it, which is what I showed before on the diplomacy. So we've got this lady here, Princess Queen, or King, whatever that is, and Beryl O'Mara. They're the other 2 players. So if we just get rid of that, we can see their colours are here. We've got the blue screen, or the teal colour, or whatever it is. That's theirs there. And this is Princess Queen, or whatever her name is. And this is her island. Then if we go to the purple one, or the pink one, sorry, this is Liquick Dipstick. This is her little base, but sorry, island, and she's got quite a lot. Look at the mini-map, she's got trade routes set up, she is doing a lot of stuff. Her defenses aren't that great, but
Even work and education, and they'll forgive you.
yeah, okay, brilliant. But she can be a pain in the ass as well, as I figured out in the other phases of the game. What was I going to say? Yeah, there's also another part to it, which you don't just have these players here, you also have the neutral player. So that here is on this island. So here we go. And this is a computer player, again, but it's more neutral. I don't think they play a part in attacking and stuff like that. But you can see this, sometimes in Anno 1404, it starts off where this bit at the top doesn't exist. And now the more you progress through the game, you then get quests set to you to complete parts, and eventually the big house becomes a mansion and whatnot. It looks cool in 1404, sorry, Anno 1404. But on this one, I don't know, I haven't really paid attention to this guy. But this guy is where you can A, sell items to, B, buy items from, and you can also set up trade routes between it, where you could set a ship to go up here, I'm assuming. You could on the other Anno 1404, and buy stuff regularly, which goes a long way. It helped with reputation in Anno 1404, so you could basically take an absolute ton of tools to the computer player here and sell them all off, and you'd get a nice bit of reputation for it. Personally,
I was chased through the palace by a disgruntled goose, honking and
brilliant,
hissing.
nice, happy for you. Yeah, I would do that a lot, and it's not like an exploit, it's not a cheat or anything. It just, I mean, obviously you're sacrificing your goods for reputation. But yeah, that's how I got rep with the computer player, which is good for doing other things later on, I guess. I should really build this harbour up a bit, but that again would impact how much money I've got coming in. And as I say, it's in positive. I'm quite happy just leaving it. I could leave this right now, go out, like go for a drink, come back, and it would still be working away because I know my supply chains are all set up perfectly. There's nothing in minus. They're all working as intended. And that is, it's a good thing to do. Keep them all that. I mean, I could literally press fast forward now. There we go. And they all start to go walking around crazy. They go faster. Look at this. Wow. And my supply chains are okay. And I could literally leave the game like this. The only thing about doing this on the other game was, is that you have beggars that want to stay in your city, and it basically comes up on Anno 1404. This isn't for this game, this is a different version, a different game. And it would come up and say, beggars want to stay in your city. If you decline them, your residents will pay you 25,000 coins, which is a lot of coins at the start, or when you get to tier 3, I think it was. And the first time I ever saw it, I was like, hell do I want beggars in my city? So I just pressed, no, you cannot live there, and I got a nice amount of cash from the computer player. But, as I found out, that was the wrong choice, because the beggars then set up encampments, and they burn shit, and they attack shit, and it costs a fortune, and it's a nightmare. So the problem with leaving your game fast and letting the money go up because you know your supply chains are great is that the beggar thing would pop up, and if you didn't press it, then you'd have riots on your hands and everything. So that was the only thing. I mean, sometimes, as I said before, I'm using 3 screens here, so I would wait until I get my supply chains all working. I would hit fast forward, or as it is on Anno, you'd have to press the plus key on the number pad. I would put my phone leaning up against the keyboard so it just sits on it, and then I'd watch a film on the other screen, or watch Netflix, or look at some adult-related content. It's just, yeah, I just do whatever I want and let the game, like, tick away. That's it. 1 hour 42 minutes. God, it feels like I've been streaming for bloody deal. Actually, I was streaming on the on Twitch as well before, but I turn it off because I don't like Twitch. Plus, I'm not a Twitch affiliate, as a lot of people seem to say. No offense, I know people work hard to get it. But yeah, it's like every person who streams on Twitch, and there's a lot of them, has on their Twitter profile, I'm a Twitch affiliate. I was like, alright, cool, nice one. But yeah, I don't do this for profit. I'm not getting anything. I did actually consider setting up a, there was a company, I can't remember who it's called, they're in my bookmark somewhere. But I considered setting up a stream just for charity. Yeah, Reese. Yeah, I considered setting one up just for charity. And any money donated goes to charity. Something I may do one day, but I've got no interest or the time to bother with that sort of thing at the minute. But, yeah. Another thing as well, they don't really, I mean, when you put these huts down on Anno 1404, it would get crazy. There's so many people running around, which was an absolute nightmare. It was just lag the graphics out and everything. The way Spyrus, as far as, so Spyrus asks, but if you leave the game running, does the other AI progress faster too? I mean, maybe it will be harder to face them later. The way I've played the game so far, Anno, as far as other players go, AI based, they progress at the same level as you. So whereas I may upgrade to tier 3, then they'll upgrade to tier 3 5 minutes later. And it kind of keeps it all level. But I mean, either way, as I said, I've set up my defenses all around my island. So that's 1 point there. I've got 3 points on this island. There, and over this side. There. And all my production chains are set up. Everything's going great. So my, and plus I've got this bad boy sat here, should they send more stuff. They wouldn't get past this, no way. These guns are powerful as hell. Anyway, because you get some cash inflow, but you're not making any changes. Yeah, well, as I say, I mean, I could literally leave this game right now. I mean, it's been on 821 for the past 20 minutes of talking. and it hasn't changed because my supply chains are all set up and they're all working properly. Which, as I say, once you get into the game, I know a lot of people have problems with this, but once you get into it, and I mean they have made it really easy to do in here. Like, see this where it says increasing +3, these little green arrows and that. You don't get any of that in Anno 1404. You've got to figure it all out yourself. But obviously keep an eye on stock levels and whatnot. But yeah, as far as the other AI player goes, it doesn't matter. Once, I mean, I've got a shipyard, I've got sales being made, I can make another ship of the line if I want. I've got a solid income of 821. This one costs 250. If you look where it says upkeep costs, so upkeep costs 250. I could build another 3 of them right now and still be in profit. Oh, 2. So you see I've got a fire now. Oh wow, that's a big fire. So what we'll do is mobilize these, what I was saying before. Press on the fire station and mobilize. And I can do that because my citizens are happy. Love the dramatic music. Yeah, but I mean, as I say, I've mobilized it. My citizens are happy, so I can utilize the emergencies, the extra volunteers to come out. However, if your citizens aren't happy and a fire breaks out, good luck. And I mean, you can't, say if I wanted to put a fire station down here, I could, but they've developed the game so that, say if I just put one down to show you guys what I mean. If we put a fire station down, watch what happens. So the fire station's there, but nothing's coming out. And you think, well, I mean, part it's miles away from the fire, but watch. Look at this. That is a timer, so obviously it's not training down firefighters. Yeah, whatever. It's just the game saying basically you're not skimping on firefighter station costs whilst there's fires around. So they've put this in. Yeah, I've got enough fire stations to deal with that. And the dramatic music should stop now. There we go. Yeah, and you can see it's taken time. By this time, more houses have caught fire, and they're going batshit crazy, and it's so many problems from it. But yeah, you see it's still training. The same, I'll show you something else as well. I'm going to delete this fire station because I don't need it. And it's -25 ticking over usage. So once it's ready, which there we go, 2, 1, fire station is now ready. So if there's a fire here, I could mobilize it straight away if I felt I needed to, and hey presto, they would deal with it. But say if you've got a fire here and you haven't got any fire stations around here, which I have obviously, but say you haven't, and you just think, oh, I tell you what, this fire station that I've got all the way over on the other side of the map, I'm just going to pick it up and I'm going to drag it and put it over here next to the fire. Now, that's a good idea. But watch what happens. Left click, drag, and drop. It's reset that. So again, even though the fire's here, and you've put a fire station right next to it, it makes no difference. They're not going to send out any fire crews because the game, Blue Byte have thought about this. And they don't want you skimping on things. It defies the point of the game. It's pointless to do that. But as I say, I don't need this. I've got plenty of fire stations around, so I'm just going to delete it. Again, anyone has any questions, set yourself away. If not, just carry on watching. Not even sure what I want to do now. Got the expedition as well. Let's have a look at that.
Hair-raising horrors.
Oh well. That didn't go well.
The sword hangs above us. many lives have we lived?
Right, I've gotten some messages of people so on my phone. I just need to reply to them. So I'm still here, but I'll tell you what I'll do. If I press F9, there we go. I'll leave that on for you. Just for a minute, I'm still here. On Reese, if you're still watching, mate, did you see that I actually went out and bought a GoPro today? And I've just noticed it's finished charging. Yay. But I'm not going to do a vlog today, I'll do another one tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. See, I know you can use GoPros for streaming. I wonder if you could incorporate it in the game and... yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm back. So this is F9 on your keyboard when you're in the game. Just press this and let people look at it, or look at it yourself if you want. Or just move the camera, there we go. Oh, so the ASDW keys are working again. Don't know if they work in F1 though. Yep, they work in F1 again. Yeah, Reese, I'm pretty happy with it. So, let's have a look around. This is using F1, which is postcard view. Most of the Anno games have this. In fact, I think all of them do. But yeah, you can just look around. And the other thing as well is my computer doesn't meet the minimum specs. I think it's a Ryzen 5 that you have to have as a minimum spec. Or is it a 63 something processor? So maybe it does. I've got an 8350. It's an old processor, but I've got a kick-ass system, so well, at least it was when I built it. But yeah, you can see it handles everything perfectly well, and all the graphics are set quite high. I've got a bit of a bottleneck there with the frames per second, but yeah, it's alright. My PC handles it, so where people think, oh, I've got to have a state-of-the-art PC for Anno, no you don't. I mean, obviously it's a CPU-intensive game, but yeah, you're okay. Shipyard, sailing ships. Okay. Oh, we've got a time on here as well. What's the time does that say? 8:05. Oh my god! The time is correct in the game. Ha! Why not? How cool's that?
Screenshot taken.
Yep, screenshot taken. I don't know where it's putting these screenshots, but I didn't realise that the time is right. Unless it's just set at that and it's pure chance I'm looking at it. It can't be. That's nowhere. Let's have a look. Take that out of there. There we go. So if you just give me a second. I want to know where these screenshots are being saved. No, it's not there, is it? Yeah, isn't it, Reese? It's really clever. Anno always make really high quality, high detailed games. Blue Byte, sorry. Yeah, the level of detail is nuts. I can't believe that time's correct. Where's it putting the screenshots though? It's pissing me off. Unless I put it on another drive. Well, no, it's locked, is it? Tell you what. 84 days on the sea. Wow. I think I'll pull it in next time. Anno open beta. Yeah, I'm in the. I install my games on an external drive. Well, it's internal drive, but I just use it for all my gaming stuff. And I'm looking in there, and there's nothing in there for it. So I'm trying to find if it's creating a screenshot folder. It doesn't look like it so far. So I'm still here, folks. I'm just looking for something. Well, I'm looking for the screenshots from where the game is saving them. Oh, you know what it is. Let's do this the other way.
The world's oyster opens.
Sorry, I'm just looking around a few things, folks. Can't actually see the fuck. Can't actually see the oh wow. Okay, oh shit. What did I just press there? Oh! Yay! So what we got? Balloonfish, rare, oh, that's really good. Pelican, that's rare as well, nice one, and more ox. I wonder if we can do anything with the ox again. So press OK, yay! I'm really happy with that, more zoo parts, so let's have a look. So let's have a look, where do we want it? So we press on this here, but I'll do it again. So we press on the zoo, then we press on empty compound, and we're going to put this one, let's see, let's put it, how about there? And then, yeah, because I've already got one there. So press on that, press on the compound, then we left click on item socket, and there we go. So we've got another ox one, which attracts to more of the city. That's weird. So I'm going to press this one. Oh yeah, look at that. Even comes with a little statue there, and there they are. They're on the trees. That is so cool. So then we'll do the other one, which is this one, and that's for the pufferfish or the balloonfish. Are you watching this? Left click in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Ha! That is so cool. Oh, look at all the people! Yay! That's it, coming at my zoo. I wonder if we should put another, because that's, which one's that again? Grassland culture, that's the bison. So this is the ox. I wonder if we could have another ox enclosure. Don't know what the upkeep cost is. Is it only, oh no, that's attractiveness. So is there an upkeep cost? Well, there isn't, because it's 821. That's what it was before as well. So press on that. Another one, I'll make it symmetrical, put that there. Press on that. And yeah, ox. So we see we've now got 2 ox enclosures. But it still adds to the city, which is pretty cool. Oh well, that's cool. Wow, how cool is my zoo looking now? I love this.
I wouldn't worry. Most only look at the pictures.
Oops, I guess I missed the paper being edited. Damn it. It's replying to people in real life. I blame them. Bought, what? Okay, brilliant. Yeah, there's in Anno 14.4 there's a thing where you can have shares on the island, which it's done here as well. I think it was, where was it? There was a button we could press. There it is. It's this one here. So we press that, and it shows the shares for the island. Now, you can see I think we can sell these off. And they're each worth 55,000, which is great if we need to. But coins, take over cost. So it costs someone 968,000 to take over my island, which is pretty cool. But yeah, in the other one, in Anno 14.04, it worked the other way around, where here are the segments, but you have to buy them to own the island. So this way, it's obviously you own the island already, which makes more sense. But yeah, look at that. That's really cool, isn't it? But this is what keeps coming up with that the other players are doing. So if we go to another player island, say this one. Ah, you see there it is there as well. So if we press on this, how much would it cost? Are you sure you want to acquire this share? So what is it? Share value 821, coins, 180,000 coins. I don't think so. No way am I doing that. But yeah, you can obviously buy segments of other people's islands, which would probably annoy her because she's a little cowbag. But what's he doing here? What's that? Malt house. Alright, that's cool. See, so the computer player, you can often learn a lot by looking how the computer player plays. Obviously, it's been programmed from the original developers of the game. But you can see, I mean, they've got roads in between their buildings. They're not joining up these unnecessary parts, which I personally would. All their factories, they're keeping everything very close together. Like, look around here. And any spare space, they are filling with trees and shrubbery and stuff. And it all goes towards the niceness of your own city, which is Bizaboa, apparently, the name of my city, which you can change if you press that, and you can change it. If anyone watching can think of a cool city name, I will change my city to that. Whatever it is, as long as it's not vulgar.
Game saved.
Because obviously other people will see it. Yeah, if you have a suggestion, put it in the chat box and I will change my city name to that. I love my zoo. Look at that. How cool is that? Dragonsville. Actually quite like that one. What else can we do with this zoo? I mean, they don't seem to be using these paths either. They're using the preset area, which I suppose is enough. Yeah, Dragonsville wins. So let's do that. Welcome to Dragonsville. Yeah, I like that. It's got a nice ring note. Okay, so that's the zoo. What else can we do? I think we should progress to the next tier, or at least start looking into it. So where is that house? Has I made a house? Is it that one?
Mine is...
Yeah, content artisan. Oh, that's all of them, so... Yay for Reese. Yeah, so we were starting to create the canned food, so I think we should get on with that. However, that's a lot more trickier than you'd actually think. So let's put this back in there. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm full on items, so I'm going to put another warehouse down. Again, using the arrow keys, well, the greater and less than keys next to the M on the keyboard. Where can we put this? That'll do. I'm just putting that down so I can transfer stuff over into it, like this. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I want to reverse it, so I want to put 50 of this on. I'll put some fish on as well, and I think I'll do bricks, because they come in very handy. The reason I'm doing it is because I am going to take my ship and conquer another island. Glad you like it, Reese. Wow. You can tell the wind's blowing the other way, like how slow this thing's moving. I'm also going to tell this ship to protect that one. There we go, so now the big ship is protecting my other one. Apparently, there's something they were meant to be doing where all ships, if you get more ships traveling together, then they share the airflow or something like that. I'm sure I read somewhere about that. This is the island I'm going to take, and I'm going to send my ships right there. The reason I'm taking this island is because if you look up here, this tells you what the island has fertility-wise. So we've got potato fertility, which is good for schnapps. We've got hops, which is good for beer. We've got red pepper, which is what we wanted for, which is for the canned goods. And we've also got fur, which is for fur coats. Oh, for the love of God. Where is it? Where's the... Oh, shit, there it is. Let's mobilise some crew. It's coming up to 8:30. I might want to get my dinner shortly, or my tea. I think that'll probably be a good idea. Plus, the GoPro is finished charging, and I want to play with it. Oh, come on, put the fire out, man.
These fabled lands exist after all.
Okay,
Don't come
what's
with
this?
us. Too many lie out there.
Pirate treasures. That sounds interesting. Ship of the line. So this is my big ship.
No bitter end in sight.
Wow. Jesus, look at that. It's already ticked them 3 because of the ship itself.
Fire has been vanquished.
Yeah, I know it has, because I'm good. Fish. There's extra rations. Medicines. We need rations. So I don't know if there's something better than that. But extra rations, there we go. So I'll put some sausages in. Because they like the sausages. What else? So... Wow, my ship of the line already does them 3, so I'll take some more sausages actually. And I don't know what else I could take. Let's see, what's this? Common medicine, diplomacy, crafting. So it's navigation, force, and naval power, which I've already got plenty of. So I'm just going to send the ship like that. There she goes. Look how many sails it's got. It's fast as well. Go on. I love that ship. Also noticed something else as well. It's got a chimney on there, which is where the steam's coming from. Which I know I've seen on some of the adverts of the game. That Blue Byte have actually put into some of the things. You can see trains. So trains is obviously something that's going to be a thing. So obviously I've told the ship it's going to go with 100 tons of sausages. Because everybody loves sausages. So it's coming back here to get loaded up. See how long it takes. Oh, there we go. Instant. So you can see it picked up. The sausages, wow. Look how slow it's going now. 2 reasons. 1, sausages weigh, well, there's 100 tons of sausages. I'm not sure what they're going to do with 100 tons of sausages. But it's also going against the wind. You can see the wind arrows there, and you can see them down on the bottom left-hand side of the map here. So, yeah, that sucks. God, I'll see you in about 3 years. Right, what was I doing? I totally forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, canned food. Oh, hang on. Oh, so it was the other ship I took. It should be there by now. Yes, it is. So you see, I've got the wood and that on board. I just want to check and see what this is. So, build trading post. So we can't build it there because we need steel beams, iron beams, well they are. So I'm going to get my ship and go back to my island because I haven't got that stuff. And yeah, you see my income is now 968, so it was stuck on, what was it, 821 before, so it's gone up, which is good. I could only assume that could be something to do with the attractiveness of the city. So yeah, you need certain things aboard your ship in order to take over or settle on other islands. Obviously, I didn't have steel beams, so I'm coming back to get them. But and I've also sent my biggest ship off on a mission. And it's to fight pirates, and it's the ship of the line, which is basically the battleship of this game, as far as I'm aware so far.
Awaiting new horizons.
So this is my ship that I've sent over here. And we need steel beams. And send it back down here.
On our way. Route plotted.
The reason I tell it to go to this side isn't just something random. Basically, in Anno 1404, beach area can be quite valuable when it comes to fishing huts. So I always try and place all my stuff as far to the edge. So you can see there's the edge there. I would put all my things as close to that, because the closer it is to that, then obviously I know there's no missing space, unused space. So I can use it for the rest of the area and utilize this area for other stuff. But as you can see from the other one, it's 5 fisheries for the amount of people I've got. I'm not sure if we can see how many people I've got. There you go, global population 4178. That's pretty cool. So the bottom one there, where it says Jornaleros 30. That's the other island, the New World. Also, by the way, you saw me flicking between the worlds before. You can actually go to an external view by pressing World Map. Now, I want to point out a couple of things about this. Blue Byte haven't said anything about it, but I'm pretty sure... Yeah, 8 hours, great.
You can turn this off, don't you?
You gotta love that. That does that in every Anno game, by the way. But what you can do is look here. This is the New World, so this is where you can see it's heavily like fertile areas, loads of greenery, shrubbery, and whatnot, compared to across here. This is our current big game that we're playing. So this is the New World, where you can send ships to and from, and they can bring stuff back, which is what we're trying to do at the minute. But the little thing I've noticed, down here you've got like some sort of desert area there, and look up here, you've got an icy area. Oh, what's that? Oh, so that's where the ship's gone. Ah, right. So that's the expedition ship. That's where it's going up there. Well, I hope they've taken some woolly jackets. But it's cold. But yeah, I'm wondering later on in the Anno game if they're going to make it so you can build upon these areas. That would be good. Or maybe build in some foreign areas around here. Because I mean, it's like, again, I'm sorry I keep saying Anno 1404, but I love that game. They have the temperate and different climates. So the north, in the north area of the game, you can do like wine farms and stuff like that. Beeswax. In the middle, you get ordinary stuff, cider and whatnot. And then in the lower half, which is like the hotter area towards the equator, you can do other things. I'm trying to think of one. Pearls, you can get pearls down there. I can't think. Clay, you can get clay in the lower ones. You also get all your minerals as well, so you things like I don't know, copper. I think copper, gold. You can get gold from down there. Copper, yeah, copper is to make brass. So yeah, it's separated into things. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same here and make the different areas playable. Be good if they did. So my ship is back here. So if we press on this now, we can see that's lit up. Okay, my ship has just gone away on its expedition. That's great. So I'm going to build this area here.
Quite the scale of operation, dear.
Okay, now let's see what it's done. Oh, so I've still got the same level of area, so I can still put all this stuff on here, which is good because I'm going to need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do basically starting from fresh in a way, but we're doing it on this island here. It's quite a large area, so we've got plenty of space to do a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do first is put a fishery down, because obviously we're going to need fish. That's back in the first menu, fishery. And again, what I was saying before, oh hang on a minute, yeah there we go. I'm going to try and put them all close together. And you can see already at minus 25 farmers, because we haven't got anyone here, so if just give me a second. So just placing down the basic stuff again. And I will be keeping to, which I've had feedback from people saying the grid references ideas is good. As in, set your stuff out in grid references. Don't try and randomly put buildings in a circle or something. You can if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. Again, singly place these down like that, or hold down your left mouse button and drag, like so. I'll do it by 4 this time. So this bit can be our main area to put things that they require. So we'll do that in a second. So like the pub and the theatre and whatnot. I'm also going to cap it off at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 by 2. And that is a good way to do it. I think the other island is 2 by 2 and 3 by 2. You see there, for some of you just tuning in, it's put them down in blueprint mode, which is a new thing that Anno have, what Blue Byte have developed with this game. Is where I don't have all the stuff, in fact, I should have thought about that, shouldn't I? I don't have the stuff to make the timber, so hang on, if we put that there. And I'll put this down, where should I put that? Put that right next to it. It's always important to leave these lines in between as well. I'll show you why. In fact, I've done that wrong. I shouldn't do that there. It's 2 seconds.
I'll do.
Okay, so they're still wanting farmers, but obviously I don't have any yet because these homes need to be occupied. And they have to have fish, which I don't have for them yet. Blueprint mode. So we've got the building. Basically, we can place the building down once we have the stuff to do it. Now this is it 2 planks of wood they require? I think it is. Yeah, 2 planks of wood, 2 bits of timber. So if the ship's got anything else on it. No, it hasn't. So I'm going to send my ship back to its main area, my main island. And then I'm going to lift this ship and put some timber on it. And bricks, because bricks are very handy. And we'll tell it to come back. Well, tell this boat to come here. So now we've got the other one going back over. And also these should start making planting in progress. So they're planting the trees for the area. I'm glad to hear that, Peter. It is a good game to get into. You will enjoy it. And as I say, there's Anno 1404. There's also Anno 2205. Anno 2205 is quite easy. Shut up, man. NPCs saying stuff. But yeah, it's a good game to get into. A good franchise made by Anno. Made by Blue Byte, but the main platform I use is Ubisoft. I use their UPlay software client thing. But yeah, you'll enjoy it. If you ever get any questions, just give me a shout. And I'm also the same name, MrDragonfyr, on Twitter, which is where I'm mostly active. That goes to anyone. You ever any questions, just send me a shout, and I'll send me a message, and I'll see what I can do. I'll answer it to the best I can. And I'm also making this video because of requests from other people that talking about the more advanced parts of the game, which I will get into, but they've capped this as well. So it was being, I don't know if this version is capped, but I know that the alpha and the beta, closed beta, were both capped.
A new milestone.
Oh yay. Village. So that's just for this area here. I've obviously got city status on my other island, so this is just a secondary island. I don't know what's going on with the timber. Oh, there we go. So they're just starting now, and again we can see the trade route line there. Plus my ship's also arrived. So there you go. So I've transferred some stuff over so I can carry on now and making this a bit better. Yeah, my brother played Settlers. I think I've seen it, I can't remember. But yeah, I used to play games like this when I was younger as well. This is the newspaper thing, as I said before. Now obviously we don't want a minus or +5 there of importance, so we're going to get rid of that. So I have actually got quite a lot of coins to use, so I am going to put in influence, they're all there. Okay, so let's put that in there.
It's no problem. Our typesetter will be here all night. If you insist, censorship is not always.
Yeah, okay, that's the news for the bit. Yeah, I've played games like this. Obviously, Command and Conquer series of building armies and whatnot. Going all the way back to the Amiga 500, Cannon Fodder, Megalomania, things like that. And what a bonus! Okay, what are you talking about? And see, now we've got the timber on here as well. Sorry, I have to keep switching between conversations. So that's them two houses done. That's the blueprint mode. And again, what a lot of people don't realise with this one is you can press it and then move the building, which they've let people do in this version of the game. It's good. But yeah, Anno is going to be very popular. This version of the game is going to be very popular. I know I've got a tutorial on my channel, which seems to be going nuts with people watching it at the minute. But yeah, that's the whole idea. I don't pre-do my videos. I don't record them, then edit them in Premiere, and then put them all on and whatnot. Oh, what? I already have an ox in my zoo, but okay, whatever. What? Okay, where's my ships? That's good, Peter. It's, I mean, I'm not a young person either. Well, I'm not old as you either. Say that in the nicest way possible. But no, it's good. Games like this are good to get into. And as long as you've got the PC power to do it, obviously this sort of game is a very CPU intensive game. But yeah, this is a good game to get in. Very addictive game. I mean, it came up before that I've been playing 8 hours. I've actually been shopping for 2 of them hours. Yeah, this game is a good game to get into. And as I say, there's always Anno 1404, which is my favourite, with the Venice expansion. And then there's also Anno 2205. And another one which I've got, which I don't know what it is. Oh, and the music stopped. So what does this thing want? Right, so I'll get my flagship.
Flagship ready for orders.
And what does she want? So again, for people who didn't notice before, hover my mouse over the quest, and you see it's coming. That's my own island. So what the hell's it talking about? What? Pick up clipper. So that's that there. No, it's not. Is that one? There we go. What?
We're adrift.
Ooh, wow, look at that. There's about a 20% chance. Yeah, let's do that.
Is it impolite to ask if you have finished?
What? Okay.
Not the worst, manifest.
For the love of God. So, that quest just popped up, but of course...
Only practice can make art.
Attention for the Admiral.
So the quest just came up, but I was on a different screen. Oh, there we go.
By saying less.
Yep, thank you. Great, man. Have a nice day.
Firewood must gather before the sun dies.
Okay, cool.
Flagship at your service.
But yeah, as I was saying, if anyone ever, Peter or yourself, or if other people require anything, any information about the games, any of the Anno games, well, mainly 1404, 2205 and 1800, then give me a shout. As I say, I'm on Twitter. You can always sub to me on YouTube, where at the minute I'm doing a fitness vlog, trying to get healthy again. But yeah, I prefer to stream to YouTube because YouTube doesn't charge you like Twitch does to archive your footage. So as I said before, I do not edit my videos pre-hand. I mean, I do my vlogs there. I do them in Adobe Premiere and edit them to how I want them. But as far as these gaming tutorials go, it's a lot easier just to stream it. And then, as I say, YouTube archives it and it's available for everyone. Yeah, no problem. And I don't mind helping people out. That's who I am. That's what I do. So, yeah, get any questions, contact us via Twitter. That's the best one. Or, as I say, sub on YouTube. I don't check YouTube messaging, so don't message me on here, because, yeah, who does? Who uses YouTube Messenger? Or the inbox system? Not me. Anyway, let's see, what else can we do? Deliver the... Oh, right, so here we go. So I've been given this book, and I have to deliver it to here. So if we see that, we hover the mouse over, and we see this little island here. It has a little ring on it. Don't know if we can press that. Yeah, we can. So that's good. You can press on it as well. See that little arrow on the picture there? That's obviously the same as this arrow, which is go to my ship, which is that one I've got targeted. So we press left click on that again, and then we just press here. Send it to this island. And again, this is the neutral power island, so you can buy stuff from here. Don't ever feel threatened from this one either. Yeah. The only thing I was thinking before, and I'm not sure if other people think this as well, but look at the shadow there of that building. Now, when I move the camera, I should rotate around it, but the shadow moves. Watch. Hey, what the hell? See, the shadow's moving. Why are the shadows moving? That is not how the sun works. Unless I'm thinking of it in a different way or something, I don't know. God knows. And these buildings here, I'm pretty sure what you set, or what you get later on in the game, are the higher tiers. I'm not sure if them tiers are available yet. But yeah. So my ship should be on its way. Is that it there?
Flagship awaiting
Yes, it is.
instruction.
Look at the speed it's going at. So obviously it's catching the wind as well.
Broke out.
For the what? A bloody explosion? Great.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Oh hell.
Brought some joy.
From decay, you sprout a blush of lotus.
You gotta love the dramatic music, right? And as I say, I've kept my people happy, so I'm able to press on the fire station and then press on the mobilize units, which basically mobilizes more firefighters to come out and fix the problems. But I mean, explosions happen. It's rare. I mean, this is probably like the third I've had since I've played this this map. They happen, but shit happens. So yeah. So once the fire has gone, this is important. You should always come back and check, because you see this building here. I've got it selected. Yeah, brilliant. You have to press on this, renovate. So now, if you didn't do that, then it obviously affects the supply chain, and like your residents, they'll go batshit crazy because they haven't got what they've got. Whatever. See what he's doing. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so this is an expedition, which is a part of the game. Oh, for God's sake, get lost, man. Examine the cause of road, try carbon machine. Plus 10% chances, guarding around the clock in his cabin. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. Okay.
I suppose she'll do.
We've still got 35% morale, so I'm going to send it again with 1 ton of sausages, keeping in mind we've got 100 ton of sausages on the ship. Yeah, and that sends it away. We need more animals and more zoo things, and rare items for our zoo, which is there. So this is the zoo for the attractions I've got going at the minute. Which I've got 2 ox, and I'm just getting another ox thing, so I'm wondering if I can sell that, the other one, because I don't want 3 attractions. What is going on here? What are they doing?
Should I fear for pirates?
I don't know. Maybe you should. Okay, cool.
I?
Okay, that's a big ship, isn't it? So that is one of my ships as well. Oh, thunder. Okay, Reese. Anyone has any questions, just set yourself aware. I love listening to thunder. Yeah. You gotta love the music as well. It's really good. Oh, side note, whilst I just kick my computer desk. Tomorrow is when the Pioneers edition, which I ordered God knows how long ago, of this game gets delivered. And it's coming from Germany, and obviously I'm in the UK. It's coming from Germany, and apparently it weighs 2.5 kilograms, which is quite a lot. But it's got an art book in it. It's got a CD with all the music on. It's also got, do you know, like in Game of Thrones and old wizard films and like King Henry and all that. Or would it be Elizabeth? I don't know, whatever. When they get the little wax, they pour it onto a letter and then they stamp it with their ring and they put that hallmark on it. I'm getting one of them in this thing, which I think I am. It had a picture of it on the actual Pioneers Edition thing. But yeah, I hope I'm getting that. But yeah, that gets delivered tomorrow. And as I say, I ordered it like 2 months ago or something. So I'm quite excited about that. So, in the morning, I am volunteering. So I'm helping a lad who's got some disabilities. And, oh shit, what have I done with this? Ooh. and then I'll be back for lunchtime-ish. Although Anno isn't going to be on. It stops tonight in 3 hours' time. But it becomes available, as some of you have already purchased it as well. It's available on the 16th, which is Tuesday. So, and I hope they don't put it back again. I don't think they will, because the game's pretty much ready. I've got a couple of bug things to submit with them. But, yeah. And as I say, I'm on Twitter, which is my main place. I'm not like these other streamers where I spam subscribe to me all the time, and nothing against those people whatsoever. I mean, they work hard at what they do, and so do I. I try and keep all my accounts in good standing. But I do random things. I'm doing a fitness vlog on myself getting fit at the moment. Also, I post about tech items, I post about music. I love music, I love trance, dance, rock, everything. So yeah, my Twitter and other channels such as YouTube are varied. I also do photography as well, so do photography? I am a photographer, I think that's the better way to say it. But yeah, if you are interested in gaming or photography or other random shit, then give us a follow on Twitter or follow or sub on YouTube, whatever you want. I'm really not bothered, I just don't mind helping people out. And I will do everything I can to answer your questions. Oh shit, I better put the YouTube channel back on. Yeah, I've got a good tutorial on here on my channel, Peter. It's like an hour and 50 minutes long, but it goes through the basics of Anno 1800. And I've also got one for Anno 1404 that I did last week or something. But I just do them when I have time. And I will be streaming again on the 16th, on release day. I'll do a big stream, we'll start a fresh map.
We have the devil to pay.
And we'll go through
Superstition.
the artwork in it, it's really good. Obviously we'll go through the very basics again, and I might even use that as a replacement to the other tutorial. Right. I love the sound of thunder in the background. Perform an exorcism. What? Okay. Find the culprit or ignore the menace. Let's go for the exorcism, because that just sounds meant. It had glowing yellow eyes. Okay, brilliant. Bait the thing with food or build a trap to catch it. With your current equipment, your expedition is in no way prepared for this. Okay. And that one is the same. Brilliant. What? An owl? Okay.
Doom it must be. We will
I think... Oh, I don't know. We're cutting it a bit fine with the amount of rations. Let's... yeah, to hell with it. Let's send it out again.
How many lives have we left?
Probably more than we need to. Okay. So yeah, that's the ship gone off on another expedition. And how long it's been gone? 24 days.
Unless it makes your head bleed.
Okay. I've still got 97 tons of sausages. That's wicked. Right. One of the big things I say in the game is always, how can you use your influence points? I'm not exactly sure. Let's have a look.
I think you caught me. We're about to take tea.
Oh, brilliant. Nice one. Not sure. Where are the influence points? I've forgotten. I thought it was in here.
It's nice, though the sand is too yellow.
Ah, sorry, influence points. They're used with the... I think, are these the same ones that are used in the newspaper? Let's have a look.
I catch you in special
Hang on. Because you can use points in here which affect your the newspaper, what you set out. So I know they're used for that, I think. Influence point. Let's have a look. So that's locked. The thing is, the problem is I'm yeah, I've got it. Sorry, there's a delay on the chat here as well, so I've just seen your message there. But basically, I know that they've locked a lot of stuff in the open, in the alpha and then in the closed beta. So I'm not sure if any of these are actually accessible. However, this one at the minute, this influence area I've done, is in the paper, the newspaper. I edited it so it have more effectiveness for this area here. Propaganda, sorry, that's what I meant. So it goes towards the propaganda, which obviously gives an overall benefit effect of plus 5% for your newspaper effectiveness. So there, and you can see they have investment needed 50 out of 150. So that's quite a lot. 50 out of 300, wow. But it gives the paper 15%. Let's see what else you got here. Global effect and commune investment, that's good, plus 15%. Attack speed, that's good. Maintenance costs, yeah. Attractiveness is good. Island workforce, plus 200. They're not bad. So I'm assuming you'll be able to use these eventually, but the only way I've managed to get this one here, again, as I say, it's a newspaper, when it comes up here and I edit these things.
I thought you were the photographer.
Ironically, I am. Yeah, so what this does, what's that? Favorite. Okay. New. Yeah, you see here is if you hover your mouse over it, it tells you what it's doing individually. I didn't think I had a negative one. Rum's shortage. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that might have been the one I missed before. But yeah, you can use the things. I'm pretty sure that's what it is I'm spending on the paper. On that. I'll see when it comes up again, and we'll find out together. But yeah, as I say, I'm learning as well. I mean, this is only the open beta. I mean, obviously the game gets released in 2 days, as well as Game of Thrones Season 8. Yay. I just wish these ships would hurry up on the expeditions. I wish there was something you could do to speed them up. 28 days. Yeah, okay, man, whatever. So, I want to check my stock levels again, just to see how I'm doing. Which, as I say, is really important. You should all do this a lot. Yeah, okay. So, we were getting the, for red peppers. Oh, here we go. Expedition done. Yeah, no problem, Alden. Yep, cool. Yeah, let's offer them a drink. Oh, that didn't work. Let's fight them. Wow. So, does that mean my ship is now coming back? And I've got another ox thing. Brilliant. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all these ox. Can I sell it? Where is this ship? It's there. Alright, so let's see if I can sell it.
I can finally let go that pent-up gas.
I can, and I got 1750, yeah. Fuck it, why not?
Customs and excise, eh?
What? Let's see what else we got. The items, that's what I want to check. Self-repair 600%. Yeah, that'll do. Indeed, Peter. I think one of the other ones went for 80 days or something. But yeah, that was like 27, 28 or something. What was that? Which sucks as well, because it was the ship of the line. It was my biggest battleship thing.
As Her Majesty's adjutant, I must be
Yeah,
quietly
brilliant.
attentive. The merest smile on her face is enough.
Oh, that's good. What about that? How much is that? 26,000. I think I'll take that.
Game saved.
Thank you very much. 26,000. That's quite
More
steep. But
flexible than you imagine.
I'll go with that. They should put something in where this timer's out, because otherwise it just sits there open until you realise it's there and you're like, oh crap, and then get rid of it. Like an auto close or something. So let's see what they need now. The canned foods, which is what we were doing before. So we go back to this island here, which I was trying to sort out before. And we need to progress this up a bit. So I'm going to knuckle down and get this built. So I'm sorry if I go quiet. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in the YouTube channel chat thingamajig. But yeah, I'm just going to try and get this done because I need to get up to the get them red peppers sorted. I'm sure I read something about them equalising the people workforce across all islands, but it doesn't seem to be on this one. I think. Let's have a look. Global population. So there's a global population. Let's find out. Go straight for artisan, and then I want to put down this. I don't think it will work. Where do we put it? Let's put it here, I think. Actually, I want to build it a bit more away from the people. Okay, so it needs a warehouse. That's interesting. So we'll put the warehouse down. That one. Keep them happy. And so far, they seem okay, don't they? So maybe the global workforce is actually working. That's good. As long, well, unless they require farmers, then I'm screwed. Let's have a look. We'll lay another one down. See this number here, 78. See if that changes. Yeah, it does. So it's farmers that are required for this. That's good. That saves me having to get all the tier up on this island. Because that could be problematic. So we've got that going there. Beef. So let's put some beef down. About there, I think. I rotate it using the greater than and less than buttons on the keyboard next to the M key. This requires 4 fields. So see, some of the fields you can drag and fill in all the little like nuts and crannies, whatever, of where the field is. So I've got a nice solid 2 fields there. But if you've played other Anno games, other Anno series, then you'll know that you often get a lot of odd spaces. So it wants 4 of these, so... Totally did that wrong. Let's have a look. Oh, that's so weird, isn't it? I'll tell you what I'll do.
Fields might help. stay for it.
Oh, limit reached, so it's only 4. Oh, well, it was a good plan if it was the 5th one. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Right. So I'm going to put down a brick road because that speeds things up a bit. Paved street. Let's just check the times on these. You see here where it says beef 2 minutes. Then red peppers 2 minutes, so they're equal. So I'll put another beef one down just to equal that up.
Game saved.
Okay, so that's that down. And then we're looking here, what we got? So we need iron mine for the tins. And then we need this kitchen to make it, and that's every 2 minutes as well. Goulash. So we are out of glass. Brilliant.
A new commission? On our way.
Another side note as well, the stuff that I emptied out before, in other annos, when you empty stuff of your main ship, it would stay there until you pick it up again, so I think, at least I found out in my case it did. But yeah, I dropped 2 crates before just because I didn't have any space in my warehouse, and they've vanished, so either someone's pinched them or they've sunk.
Awaiting new horizons.
Wow, that ship is minus 175 upkeep cost. What is it? Tower and Crest.
Aye.
Well, that got here quick, didn't it? Okay, so what was it I needed again? Glass, wasn't it? Let's go to glass there. Actually, just do a 70. I wonder if I need anything else. 75, 42, 75. That's alright. Plus, I wanted the ship to get here today, not in 10 years' time. Right, paper, influence points. I've got 146 up there.
We have taken to calling you the master.
Wow.
And many other complimentary monikers.
Yeah, okay, so this is all negative. So what we do is we press on this by edit. And then, yeah, there we go. So there's the influence points. If that guy's still in this room, which is what I did say before, you use them to purchase these for the newspaper. Now, obviously, minus +5 of all this stuff. I don't want that to happen. That's a neutral one. So I'm going to totally change that. And I'm going to do that. There we go. So now they're all +5. And if we look individually, propaganda, consumerism, propaganda hypnosis, and propaganda austerity, yeah, whatever. And I'm going to press publish, but you see here as well, that's the thing before. Shift, Control, and R. Can you? I know you can press F1 to go to postcard view. You can also press F9 to do a rotation, whatever. Publish.
Anything else?
Is this feeling disgrace?
Shift, Control, R. Just give me a second.
Sounds grand.
Yeah, so when just to answer the guy before, sorry. So we go back up here, and then, oh no, it wasn't there, was it there?
It lacks a certain
There it is.
je ne sais quoi.
Okay, meant. So you can see here, it's gone up there now. We're on our way to the second one, so we have to keep putting it into propaganda. And the other ones were, we've got a military, which is what we've got anyway. Expansion, don't know what that is. But yeah, propaganda, which is what we were doing before.
Your leadership.
So they should. But yeah, so there you go. And you can see that the influence points is 56, so it's dropped down. Available at 200. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. In the left corner stand Easter egg found. Okay, give me a second. So what is it? You said Shift Control R. So I'm just checking a couple of things. Yeah, I may check that when I'm towards the end of the game, but I'm not doing it right now on the off chance it fucks my game up. But I'm close to ending anyway, because I am wanting to get my tea. Yeah, that's cool, Marcel. As I say, I'll try it when I get close to saving the game. What was it again? Shift, Control, and R. Okay. Okay, fuck it. Let's do it. Shift, Control, R. I want to save the game first. On the off chance you're a troll. What the fuck? Okay, so we're going to try this thing that Marcel said. Shift, Control, R. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Yep, so it turns out that Marcel was correct. And we can actually go into walkie view. Oh, wow. I've pressed escape to get out of it. I'm going to go do that on my main island. No, that's great that it's been figured out. It's just obviously someone comes onto your channel and says you can do this, and for all you know it could do anything, especially if it's an Easter egg. Wow, even the sound levels changed as well. We've now got all this music playing. Hang on. Right, I've turned the audio down a bit there, because that got a bit loud. Yeah, Reese, that's pretty cool. So this is obviously an Easter egg in the game. It's cool. That's really good. Yeah, thank you for that, Marcel. In the left corner, when you go into that view, Steve's Easter egg found. This is quite cool. Look at this. So I wonder why they've enabled this in the game. It totally adds a whole different perspective. I want to have a look at the theatre. Where is the theatre? There it is. Whoa. Where's the theatre gone? So I don't know where I put the theatre. Oh, hang on. There it is. So, oh look, that's the newspaper stand. Wow. So this is the theatre here. Huh. How cool is that? Definitely taking a screenshot of that.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
Well, these people are definitely happy. The other thing I'll say is obviously when you're in this view, we can't see what notifications we're getting. But I mean, obviously, these are really odd-shaped characters, but still, for this to be found is pretty impressive. That's cool. What? How do I let her become... How do a special visitor awaits. Okay, so I press that. I can't see anyone. What's it talking about? That's a bit weird. Let's try that thing again, but this here. Let's try it. Oh, hell. Oh, what's on the paperboard? Let's have a look. Bakery, I think that says. This is pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, the level of detail, this is nuts. So we can't go into the sea. Sucks a bit. Hang on. So let's try right out at sea, see what happens. That's probably a bad idea. What? Okay, so it put us at ground level on another island. But I mean, still, these graphics are not that bad for something like this, not obviously being attended. Look at that. I'll take a screenshot of that.
Screenshot taken. Screenshot taken.
Oh, more Ninas. Ooh! The hell? Oh, that thing was running towards us. What is it, like a deer or something? So obviously the this person isn't acknowledged. Oh, what the hell are you doing? You freaky little monster thing. It's obviously like a reindeer or something. Oh god, we're inside of it. Oh. Hello.
Screenshot taken.
Screenshot taken. So this is different. What else have we got? We've got some weird goat thing. Hello, weird goat thing. What else? We've got some trees that have fallen over. You can also hear the foot, like the feet. So it's obviously, even though it's an Easter egg, it's obviously like meant to be used for something. But imagine, this is just me, my mind going off on one. Imagine if you could incorporate this sort of thing with Battlefield, but like play like if you. I'm sure maybe one day there'll be some sort of program that could incorporate two things like that into each other. But imagine if you could mix Battlefield with this game. Imagine how mental that would be. It would, yeah. So it's a bit like Warcraft, really. But, because I mean, obviously in the thing they had, your own little area, I forget what it's called. Like your barracks or whatever. So you could decide on which buildings you want to put down and whatnot. So you could do it from a first-person point of view and down sort of thing. So here's me about to build this massive area for these people, but then it turns out I don't need to because this is all working. I'm wondering if I should. I mean, look at the income, man. Jesus, 3,000 nearly. That's mental. But yeah, I know the game's only available for a couple more hours and then it's available on the 16th. But I'm hungry, so I'm going to go get my tea. I'm going to watch some crap on Netflix. I hope not, Marcel. It's possible, but I mean, Anno have always brought something out. They've done the future, they've done the 1400s, now they've done the like industrial age. I think personally they'll probably put a lot more content into this game. into the 1800 one. That's where I think it'll go. I can't think what else they could do. Because, I mean, even with 2205, you can still, like, colonize the moon and stuff. So maybe distant planets might be something they could add. But, I mean, this one here, I mean, obviously CPU dependent, is, could be grow your cities massively. But obviously you've got the new world and the old world and all that carry on. So you've got enough to do on here as it is. Oh, hang on. Oh, so you can actually press on the thing like that. So let's do the Endeavour. Hang on a minute. Where's my big ship gone? Right, I can't get rid of the wood. So what is at the Endeavour? So I've just gone back to this. I want to find the Endeavour. And then I want to get rid of this wood. There we go. Go back to the expedition. Right. So we need rations, which we can do for the sausage. Oh no, we can't do sausage. Oh, for the love of God, it's not the right port, is it? Right, no, so hang on a minute. I'll just use this one. Clipper. It's only a clipper. Yeah, let's just send the Oxum, which is the flagship. What did he just say? Rations. See, I've only got 3 spaces in here. Where is my main battleship? Where is my main ship? I'm wondering if it's in the other land. What the hell? Where's my ship gone? Okay, so this is weird. Have I just actually lost a ship? How's that even possible? Flagship, Clipper, where's my main ship? I've got like a massive battleship. For the love of God. Guess we're making another one. So yeah, now just wait on that getting built. And then send it off on an expedition. I don't know what happened to the other one. That's weird. Yeah, my other ship of the line had a massive ship. And now it's just vanished. I don't seem to have it anywhere. Idle ships? No, they're both clippers. God knows. So I'm building another one now. It'll be ready in about 10 years. 11 minutes. Brilliant. Let's just do a quick stock check. Wood's going down. That's fair enough. It's not consumable. Glass is going down. It's because I've taken it out again. Not consumable. I think we're good. Here we are. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to turn it off. But thank you for everyone who's watched. I'm glad I could answer your questions. As I say, you get any more questions, you can contact me on Twitter. I will put it in the... I'll put a link in the description of this video. But yeah, if you have any questions, contact me on Twitter or subscribe to this channel if you want. It doesn't bother me. I'm not doing this to get anything out of it. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content.